Didn't think that we would make it. They didn't believe in us. Oh, but I know God did. God did. Oh, God did. Okay, boom, got that loaded up. Chicka pow, chicka bang. Now where is? Yeah. Greetings. I'm wonderful. I love you, 360. Hold on, I'm trying to get my ish together here. It's been a quite the slow day. So I'm kind of behind, but I'm still on time. Why? Because I'm so divine. I might be 33, but I'm still in my prime. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let me. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for today because today is day 16. Say you are just a baby. Tell my kneecaps that. But today is day 16. The altar cleanse. The altar cleanse. This is the altar cleanse. So y'all want to stick around and listen to this good information and get the process of this ritual so you can take this same energy to your altar and cleanse it off. And we're going to talk about a lot of things when it comes to altars and altar work and how to work your altar, how to bond with your altar, and how your altar bonds with you. Oh, well, go ahead for your lunch date. Enjoy your lunch date. Don't be shy now. Don't be shy now. Go do your thing. It's gonna be posted on YouTube. I just literally posted the road opener on YouTube this morning. Peace. I just literally posted the road opener on YouTube this morning. Told y'all I was kind of behind because the road opener took a lot out of me, so it took a bit for me to get back in rhythm. But ain't it amazing how I'm still on time? You want to know why I'm still on time? Because I'm dedicated. Dedicated beyond all excuses. Dedicated. It don't matter. Some days I'm moving in slow motion. I'm wonderful. How are you? Some days I'm moving in slow motion, but I'm still moving. Said you look tired, King. Today's ritual must be... I always look tired. I'm always tired. I told y'all. The road opener was... But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm always a little tired, y'all. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. Trust me, I'm good. If I wouldn't be on here. Trust me, I would have sent somebody a message like, hey, yo, not today, y'all. I would have dropped the video. Not today. But I can't give up. There is no giving up. There is no stopping. There is no turning it off. There's no turning it down. There's only turning it up and making more progress. No matter what time of the day it so happens that I pop up to get it done, I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to make sure I'm always on time for every ritual. So today is day 16 of the 52 days of ritual. Can y'all believe it? Day 16. Also, the reason I look so tired is because I'm destroying a loop. Because usually I stop between days 12 and day 14. Where I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's good. I'm not doing no more. You get what I'm saying? But I'm destroying a loop. So, of course, I look tired. My body is trying to become acclimated to the new level. And my body's like, dude, we usually stop. Not this time. We're going to push. So today is day 16. Today is day 16, the altar cleanse. So I did my homework. I did 6 hours of work by decluttering my crib. Good. Good. That's perfect. That segues perfectly into what today's ritual is. Because a lot of people want to know about altars, this, that, and the fourth. I hope everybody that wanted to know is on time, because I'm not backtracking. And I don't accept excuses. I mean, if you at work, that's not an excuse. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? If you had things to do and you couldn't make it, that's just life. But don't feed me excuses. Like, man, I'm late again. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know what to tell you about that. Every day we pushing old boundaries. Yes, every single day. There is no stopping. Like, there is no giving up. We got to go hard. We got to go strong. You know what I'm saying? We can't stop for nothing or nobody, or I can't, I should say. I'm going to keep going regardless of what's going on. I'm going to keep going regardless of how I feel. I don't care how I feel. You know what I'm saying? If I went off by how I felt, I would have been done by like day 5. Greetings, beautiful. If I was going off the way I feel, I'd be done by day 5. It's okay. You'll be able to take these instructions from this ritual and take it home to your altar if you have one. But if you don't have one, we're going to talk about how you're going to build one. We're going to talk about what an altar is. Hold on, y'all. There we go. We're going to talk about what an altar is, what an altar does, what an altar represents, the layers of your altars and how to work your altar and how to get your altar to work for you. Like, we finna go in on this subject. We got about 2 to 3 minutes before we get started. So I hope everybody's ready. Hope you got your notebook, your pen, and your pencil. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope you got all the stuff you need. Because we finna talk about it. My day's going good, Day. How's your day going? Actually, my day was perfect. It was slow, but it was perfect. Y'all lucky. I laid down earlier and almost... You know what I'm saying? Y'all lucky. I laid down earlier and that was almost it for your boy. Like, that was almost it for me. Like, I don't know what I don't know. It's because I need to sleep, but I will eventually. Got some more videos to upload to YouTube from the 52 Days of Ritual after today, or after I get off of this live, so I still got work to do. I'm proud of you, Antonio. I'm proud of you. I don't know why you're not getting notifications. TikTok be tripping. Like, TikTok be tripping. A lot of people aren't getting notified, but that's why I give you the time, so you can check in by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to check in by yourself, because I can't depend on TikTok to do so. Because if I'm not on here dancing, I'm not really popular. And if I'm not on here dropping mantra after mantra for people to play around with and run around with, talking about try this new sound to get a blessing, then I'm not really popular on the app, and it's cool. Like, because I'm done allowing myself to be used. I got to live by example. I got to lead by example, right? So I tell y'all all the time, focus on what's right, focus on what's important. Being popular is cool, but it don't make you no money. It don't make you no money, and it don't do nothing for your business. People just think you're willing to give away everything for free. And so when you approach them with a business model or whatever it is you're offering in your business, they look at you like you crazy. Like, oh, all of a sudden you don't wanna give it to us for free. I ain't never wanted to give it to you for free in the first place. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a solid 1,000. Wow. I never wanted to give it to you for free in the first place. I just thought that people were appreciative of gifts and, you know, they give as they receive. But no, that's not how it went down. Greetings. Yeah, that's just not how it went down at all. And it shocked me. Because I'm not. But that was another lesson for me, you know, because I can't expect people to be like me. I can't expect people to be like me. So now I'm on a whole different plan. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Day 16. We really on day 16, y'all. We went from day 1 to 16. You know what I'm saying? Day 1 to 16. Say you have an amazing heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bugs Bunny. Nobody. No, not Bugs Bunny, but Daffy Duck. Thank you. We really on day 16, the altar cleanse. The altar cleanse. Make sure y'all double tapping the screen. Make sure y'all sharing the live. Makes all of that. And I didn't see my fan pages yesterday. I ain't happy about it. Nobody did it. All that shit y'all was talking. It's okay, I'm gonna drop it for now. But I'm gonna put y'all where y'all belong. Like, no, look. Let's get right into it. Yeah, today is day 16, the altar cleanse. Today is day 16, the altar cleanse. And I want to talk about altars from a different light. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about altars from a different light. Because when people think about altars, they think about their ancestors. Say, King, I'm going to send you a Reese's. I got plenty of that. I don't need a Snickers. I'm not mad. I just see what it is. I'm like, damn. If I was like misogynistic or crazy or angry or mean, I'd have hella fan pages. I'm like, okay. That's my face for y'all. Okay. But I want to talk about altars from a different perspective. Because when you think of an altar, you think of something that you set up in a room with a bunch of candles and a bunch of items that you set on top of it. And it's only for your ancestors, this, that, and the fourth. You know what I'm saying? And that's not all that altars are for. Shalom. That's not all that altars are for. Altars is simply in its simple definition. Altars in its simple definition are a meeting point between you and spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's a meeting point between you and spirit. A lot of people are obsessive over their altars, and a lot of people neglect their altars altogether. Like the last time you sat a cup of water up there for your ancestors, this, that, and the fourth, you know? But in the basic sense, an altar is just a meeting point between you and spirit. It's supposed to be a sacred space, either in your home, your car, or something you wear, because you can wear your altars also. But we'll get there in a moment. But you can wear your altars also. And most people don't understand what it means to really have a sacred space. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't really know what it means to have a sacred space. They have a spot in their house where they light a candle at, but it's not sacred to them. They don't really go meet anything in that space or that spot. What they really do is sit back and hope for a miracle just because they lit a candle once. Creating an altar is not about what you can get from spirit. It's about pure communication and bonding with self. It's about pure communication and bonding with yourself. Because a lot of people will tell you, well, you're not supposed to have an altar up that represents you because altars are just for the spirits that crossed over. And it's not true. It's so not true. It is so not true. Because let me ask you a question. If you have a higher self and a lower self, if you believe that way, right? If you have a higher self and a lower self, that means you're already existing in the afterlife, or what they call the afterlife. So therefore, your altar should represent you also, not just your ancestors and not just the spirit you talk to. It should represent a part of you also, because you too have to feed your energy. Then there's more ways to feed your energy than just going out and standing in the grass. You know what I'm saying? I just started. I'll get there. It's been standing in the grass or playing a singing bowl or lighting some sage. Sometimes you have to pour into your energetic account. And where do you do that at? Your altar. That's where you do that at. You do that at your altar. Your altar is supposed to be multifunctional. It doesn't necessarily have to be for one thing. It doesn't have to be for one thing. Altars are as unlimited as the spirit is. And you have to understand that in order for your area or your sacred area to be twice as potent, you're really going to have to become dedicated to it. A lot of y'all get mad, for those who have altars. A lot of y'all get mad at your spirit team and just neglect your altar. Like you don't care about them anymore. Oh, well, what are they really doing for me? And they could need energy from you. A lot of you get inklings of what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to put on your altar, but you don't listen to that because you're like, bro, I just feel like my life is not going how it's supposed to go. I feel like life is not moving how it's supposed to move. So why should I even pay attention to my altar? Because your altar represents you too. It's in your house. And once you set up an altar, once you neglect it, in essence, you're neglecting yourself. Once you set it up, if you're going to set up an altar, a sacred space, because that's all it is. Like for religious folks, like Christians, their prayer closet is their altar. You know what I'm saying? Once you set up a sacred space, you have to keep it sacred. You got to keep it clean. And a lot of people don't want that responsibility, but they want to look cool. They want to have the altar style in their house to try to show people who come over that they do spirit work. And that's not how you show people that you do spirit work. Your altar is where you show people you respect spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's a meeting place. It's a sacred space. And if you're not willing to keep it sacred, clean, and dedicate yourself to keeping that area sacred, don't even put one up. You ain't missing nothing because you don't have an altar. It's just an enhancement on the connection between you and spirit and you and yourself. Most people feel like I gotta have an altar. I gotta have an altar. If I don't have an altar, I don't really connect with spirit. Some people can't put altars up in their crib. Some people can't put altars up in their crib where they live at right now. You can't. So what you supposed to do? You wear your altar, because an altar is nothing but a sacred space filled with the things that make you feel connected to spirit. I'm gonna say it one more time. An altar is nothing but a sacred space filled with the things that help you feel more connected to spirit, which means you can wear your altar. You got all the crystals that represent whatever they represent in your life. Not what Google says they represent, not what Google says they do. Because if you go off Google's definition, that might not be what your spirit team is saying to you. And we're going to get to that when we get to the spirit guide ritual. Yeah, but that might not be what your spirit is saying to you. And you're trying to find a way to turn it into the perfect space that everybody else defines as perfect, but it represents you. You know what I'm saying? It represents the fullness of you. Said, may it be a pendant. If you can keep that pendant clean, if there's a way you can feed energy into that pendant, but just wearing a pendant saying this represents this is not going to do enough for you, because it's meant to be amplified and connected with. A crystal grid can be on an altar. I wouldn't call a crystal grid an altar, but a crystal grid can be on an altar. But a lot of you get to this space where you thought you knew everything there was to know about altars. You know what I'm saying? And spirit work and entities and all of this good stuff. And you've been neglecting your altar as of lately. You've been neglecting your altar as of lately. And I'm going to get there on the best way to cleanse. You've been neglecting your altar as of lately. And you know you need to clean it. You know you need to redo it. You know you need to throw some stuff away off of it. You know you need to dust it. Like you understand that because you set that up, it's connected to you. You could be feeling mucky in your energy because your altar is dirty. You have to be careful with the things you build in your house to try to represent your spiritual nature, because everything that you put up in your home to represent you is you. And so if it's you, it's a part of you, which means that everything that happens to it is happening to you. Why do you think when I told y'all to put the offerings up on your altars or whatever, I told you throw it away after 2 days? Because if rotting, molded energy is sitting on your altar, it's sitting with you too. Oh, well, everything seems to be blocked. But when's the last time you cleaned your altar? Ooh, it's been a while. I bet you things will open up better once you go clean it, because you're the one who set up that modality in your home. And your home is the foundation where spirits come in to play or help you. You know what I'm saying? Manipulate you or help you. And when you neglect to keep that space clean, when you neglect to dedicate yourself to that sacred space, which is dedicating yourself to your sacred self, you end up falling short of your own glory simply because you're not doing what you're supposed to do to keep it sacred. Sacred meaning it's a safe space for you to meet with all that you are and all that assists you. Yeah, you can have more than one altar, but it don't matter if you have more than one if you neglect one. You might as well just make one altar, one big altar. But that's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people's altars are just wild. It's got a little bit of everything on it. You don't know whether the entities or deities you've been talking to actually get along with each other. This, that, and the fourth. It's a lot of details that go into building an altar. That's why I said I'm talking about it from a different perspective, because we can always put offerings on our altars for our ancestors and our spirit guides, this, that, and the fourth. But what do you do for yourself on your altar? When's the last time you put out a cup of water for yourself on your altar? When's the last time you put a candle on the altar and lit it to purify your energy? Or do you set up all your rituals away from your altar as if your altar don't represent you? They represent you. And you've been neglecting it. No, you don't have to have all the elements on your altar. No. Especially if you're not elemental. Not everybody's elemental. I don't really care about birth charts. That doesn't make you elemental, because an elemental is a spirit. An elemental, the element of fire, is a spirit. Water's a spirit. Air's a spirit. Earth's a spirit. The elementals are real spirits. And if you ain't got no type of elemental in you or on you, it don't make no sense to put all the elements on the altar. You don't need it. What you need on the altar is what represents you and what makes you feel good, and enhancer tools. Enhancer tools being water and fire. Why water and fire? Because water purifies and fire amplifies. If you need to ground yourself, then yes, put something on there that represents earth. But you don't have to ground yourself at your altar, because your altar's already grounded. That's why you built it in the first place, to have a focal point, a meeting space between you and spirit. No, I don't need to change my Instagram password. That's a fake page. Look at the name really close. Look at the name really, really close. That is not me. Don't read so fast. Actually go to the page and look. You'll see. You'll be like, oh. oh. Okay. That ain't me. It's a fake page. And they do it well. They do it well. I can't even lie to them. They do it well. But you know it's fake. Because they asked the number one question in your inbox that I would never ask you. I would never ask you what your zodiac sign is. That will never come out of my mouth. I said, that's the number one sign that it just ain't me. And they still haven't got that down. That's how I know it's a real reader pretending to be me. Because they can't even step outside their element to really be me. Yeah. Anyway, so since your altar represents you, I want you to take your piece of paper and your pencil and your pen right now, and I want you to write down the things, the items that represent you. I want you to write down all the items that represent you, who you are and what you are. Okay? I want you to take this piece of paper. You're not so late. You're 20 minutes late. Most people be an hour and a half late talking about what we talking about. Nothing. We're done talking. You know what I'm saying? No, you're only 20 minutes late. You're good. So I want you to take your piece of paper and your pencil and your pen, and I want you to write down the things that represent you. Not just the stuff you already have in your crib. Not the stuff you already have in your crib, but the things that represent you. If you like water, why don't you have a waterfall on your altar? Said, dang, that's hard. I don't know. You're most likely wearing the things that represent you. Your favorite colors. What you mean that's hard? The things that represent you. What makes you you? You're most likely wearing your favorite color right now. If it ain't on your body, it's on your nails. You know what I'm saying? Music is one thing, but what do you have musical that you can sit on your altar? Because your altar is your meeting space with spirit. You know what I'm saying? You could put a couple speakers on there. I know there's people out there that's so particular about everything. Oh, well, speakers ruin the frequency. No, the frequency of your home is governed by you. Okay? You can put musical items on there. You can put ancestral items on there. Things that make you feel connected to your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? But your altar represents you. And so once you build something that represents you, the cleaner you keep it, the cleaner you'll be. You won't have to cleanse as much when your altar is clean, simply because it's connected to who you are. A lot of you walk past your altars and think, man, I want to put some more stuff on there. But you think, damn, am I doing too much? Which means you're not trusting what you're really hearing from spirit, nor are you trusting and listening to yourself and what you're receiving from yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over my altar. I'm all over my altar. And then I'll knock everything off that damn thing. Real quick, I'll knock everything off of it and be like, well, redo, because it's a meeting space. And sacred spaces change, sacred spaces grow. They're bound to change. And so the altar doesn't have to look the same, because if it throws you off energetically the way it looks, it just defeats the purpose of having one in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So how do you represent writing or drawing? You can easily go on Amazon and order you a pen and quill, or am I saying that right? A quill and all the ink. You know, ancient writing, ancient scribes, the quill with the feather and the ink. You can go on Amazon and get that. When it comes to painting, you can change out the paintings on your altar as you paint them, because it represents fresh energy from you. So I don't trust I am doing it right. And that's the problem with your spiritual energy. That's why you need to build your sacred space, work with your sacred space until your space becomes so sacred, you stop doubting the fact that you're doing it right or wrong. Because you're most likely doing it right. You're just overthinking it because of what you've read before. And what you've read is very misleading, because nobody has the same spirit team, which means simply that nobody is doing the same things inside their home. It's a private thing. It's unique to you. It's something for you. Said, okay, but can I put a blunt on there? Yes! Yes! Whatever is sacred to you. Whatever is sacred to you. Because a lot of people are dedicated to their ancestors and their spirit teams. And I don't know, maybe we'll have the spirit guide calibration tomorrow. You know, the spirit guide calibration ritual tomorrow. But like, a lot of people are dedicated to that, but their altar doesn't represent them at all. And so they neglect it. You neglect things that don't connect to you. Yes, photos of you and your kids. So when you do protection work over yourself, all you got to do is light a candle in front of the photos. Make the work easier on you. Tarot cards. Your tarot cards should definitely be on your altar, because you're supposed to cleanse them every time you use them. And I do mean every time you use them. And so you need a space on your, let's say, okay, I got it. Oh, I got it. Hold, let me get a drink of water. I got it. Let me get a drink of water. No, don't do readings at your altar. It's a sacred space. Don't invite other people's stuff to your altar. Just yours. Nuri, you should make one. You should build one if you have the space. Yes, you should build one. Do you need one? No. But should you build one? Yes. Think of an altar like a home. Because if it's a sacred space, it's a space you should go to almost on the daily, or at least twice a day, to meet and talk to yourself and your spirit. I'll answer your question about the black cats in a moment. Relax. Think of it like a home. You need something on your altar that makes you feel comfortable, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like a pillow for you to sit on, and or a stool or a chair that you can sit at. Or if you're a kneeler, you get a pillow and you kneel on that. Like the Muslims when they pray, they have their cloth. You know what I'm saying? Boom, a pillow. You need something to clean with. A house, just like a home. You need something to clean with. What tool do you have to cleanse besides sage? You don't even want to smell sage all day. What do you have to cleanse besides sage? What have you set up to clean your altar off when you need to? And to cleanse yourself. You need to have something on there that represents safety. You know, like the locks on your front door. Something that it's just like a home. And when you treat it just like a home, you feel more at home in yourself. Not at your crib, but in yourself. because you're not only dedicating time to the focal point between you and spirit, but you're also dedicating time to being clear yourself. An altar is a sacred space. It is a sacred space, which means it should stay clean and around it should stay clean. So you can use rose water or Florida water to cleanse your altar. That's if they connect with those. That's if they connect with rose water and Florida water. They might just like soap and water. Because like I said, it ain't only about what your ancestors and your spirit team like. It's about what you like. It's about what represents you. It's about what makes you feel comfortable. Yes, you can use dragon's blood. Use what makes you feel comfortable, because nobody can dictate how you operate your spiritual space. But you got to keep it clean. You got to keep it clean, and you got to make sure it represents you also. All of this dedication to everything outside of us is causing us to go crazy. It's caused, I take stuff on and off my altar all the time. If I get tired of looking at it right there, it's got to go. If any spirit feels some type of way, they got to go. Because my home shouldn't feel foreign to me. Because once my space feels foreign to me, I stop being able to be dedicated to the sacred space. And the next thing you know, I'm neglecting my altar. Now it's done built up piles of dust. Now I'm feeling bad for the spirits that I venerate. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm neglecting it. But it's because I wasn't feeling it. Don't even set up an altar if you can't dedicate no space to the sacred space or time to the sacred space. You know what I'm saying? Don't even build one. If you want to put a mirror on your altar, that's fine. If you find no negatives in having mirrors, that's fine. Because I'm not going to fearmonger you out of using mirrors. Some people can use mirror and mirror magic. I'm not going to fearmonger you out of that. I'm not going to say, no. Oh, no, not the mirrors. You know, spirits come through the mirrors. Like, you is the spirit coming through the mirror. Damn it. Like, come on now. Like, no, your altar is a sacred space. It's where you go to pray, to manifest, to do your protection work, to read yourself, to give yourself readings. You know what I'm saying? It's where you go to cry. It's just sacred space. Most of you don't have a sacred space. That's why your house feels a mess. Because you cry in your bedroom, pray in your living room, meditate in your bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have one point in your crib where it's safe for you to be all that you're supposed to be, all that you can be, all that you will be. And it's a safe space for you to pray and to seek insight. It's supposed to be shielded and clear from all outside influences. But you're all over your crib because you don't have your sacred space set up. You got to set up your sacred space. And you got to stop being lazy. You can't, look, if you're feeling emotional about something, you go to your altar. I don't care. You feeling emotional about something, you go to your altar. You don't go lay in bed and cry and then pass out after you get done crying. No wonder your dreams and your travels sucked. Because you went to sleep with that energy. But you take that to your altar where all of your guides come to meet. It is a focal point. It is a meeting point between you and spirit. Spirit not being singular. Spirit being plural. Many spirits. The spirits you talk to. The spirits you interact with. The spirits you meet with. It's a point where y'all go kick it. Where you can talk to them and keep it real with them. If you have multiple altars, that means you understand that each thing that you're talking to needed its own dedicated space. But if you're going to neglect it, you might as well not even put it up. Ain't nobody got to deal with you. We have to become more responsible with our sacred spaces. Only 2 people in Dallas have seen my crib. Part of the reason is because I don't even want them to lay eyes upon my sacred space. Because if you go over and touch it, I'm going to put you in your pockets. Male or female, I do not care. It's supposed to be a sacred space. And I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but if you got a picture of your altar on the internet, today's the day you take it down. You do not need to prove to people that you don't even know that you have an altar and that it's beautiful and that it's nice. Stop taking pictures of your altar. Stop sharing imagery of your, it's nobody's business. It's nothing sacred to you. Why do you think it feels like you can't connect with your sacred space now? Because a picture is nothing but a still frame of a portal that gives these thieving ass people access to your sacred space. So can I cover it up if I have company? Yes. But depending on who your company is, you might want to light a couple candles on that thing. And maybe they might not even make it over the threshold of your front door. If it's a sacred space, 333 on my clock. If it's a sacred space, you should not be afraid to have it in your home. If you're afraid to have it in your home, that means you're ashamed of what you do. And when you're ashamed of what you do, nothing you do will work. You said you can't set up an altar right now. Do you have a closet? Do you have a closet? Because if you have a closet, you can set up an altar there. Some people, you do live in situations where you can't put an altar up, or that's what you think, because you have a very, very limited mindset. But I promise you, most people are idiots when it comes to noticing what an altar is. Not you. I'm talking about the people you think you can't have an altar around. Most people are idiots. It could be two good smelling candles from Walmart burning on the counter with some flowers in the middle of it, and they think, oh my God, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Idiots. It's an altar. It's an altar. Exactly. Something small works as long as it's authentic. As long as it's authentic. But it's as immaculate as you want it to be. Whatever makes you feel comfortable in your sacred space. Don't try to make it difficult. Make it fun. Make it you. Why does your altar contain everything but you? Yes, you can use your nightstand as an altar as long as you move it away from your bed. Move it away from your bed. Move it away from your bed. Sleeping next to a portal is never good unless you're used to traveling. I'll say that one more time. Sleeping next to a portal is never good unless you're used to traveling. Your dreams and visions could be funky for multiple reasons. For multiple reasons. One being just because the energy is dirty around you, or your altar is dirty and that's the kind of energy that's coming through it. I wish you could see the energy that's coming through your altar and landing on your altar and pouring out all over your house. You'd understand that it shouldn't be right next to you when you go to sleep. Yes, it can still be in your bedroom, just not right next to your bed. Not right next to the place where you hop out, unless that's where you travel through. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know anybody that really travels through their altar. You travel by other means. And you can do this too, Nuri, because you can wear your altar. It can be worn. Because I think tomorrow we're going to do the spirit guide ritual, which is going to be big. That's going to be big. But locating you is big. Locating you is huge. How can your spirit team fully locate you? Telepathically speaking, they can talk to you. They can talk to you from anywhere. Telepathically speaking, how can they stand with you, deliver things that you need, sweep your crib clean if there's not a space that represents a doorway for them to come through? So you can wear your altar also, as long as it represents you and your spirit team. If you don't know who your spirit guides are, I suggest you come here tomorrow to get that calibration so that they can begin to introduce themselves to you. Yeah, I go live every day at 3 o'clock p.m. CST. A lot of you don't want to put an altar up because you've allowed excess information to scare you out of doing it. How many of you read book after book and Google link after Google link and the explanation was difficult? Because that's why you're here. Because the explanation you got was very difficult. They over mystified it and they made it seem like if you do one wrong thing, it's over for your life. And that's not true. An altar ain't nothing but a sacred space. Some of you used to be Christian. You do understand that an altar is nothing but a sacred space. What would you do at the end of service? You would go to the altar for the people who wanted to give a life to God and the people who needed prayer. You would go where? The altar. Was there anything on that altar? Hell no. It was just carpet standing in front of the podium where the preacher is preaching from. No items. Absolutely no items. None. So what makes an altar is the intent that this is a sacred space. This is a sacred space. This is the space where I go to meet with spirit. My spirit guides my spirit team. This is the space that I go to for healing. But if it's all over your house and it's always moving, even you lose track of your sacred spaces. You don't know what room you was trying to manifest in. Now you in another room trying to manifest something else. The energy all over your house is crazy. Order is a thing. You need order on this spiritual journey. You need to have order at all times, because when things get out of order, they knock other things out of order. Oh, we're going to get to that. That's why we're going to do the incantation for your altars. And I'm going to give you the code, especially for those that ain't home near their altar right now. I'm going to give you the code, and the incantation I'm going to play for you is going to load that code up. What I want you to do when you get home is burn that code and actually take those ashes and spread it over your altar after the embers go out. Because if you put hot embers on your altar and you start a fire in your crib, you will not say, King Soon told you to do that. Don't do me that way. Don't do me that way. Don't do me that way. Something was really trying to stop me from teaching y'all this today. I'm telling you, I've been tired all day. Like all day. I almost laid down and went to sleep. I was not going to be on time. None of that. That's because I'm very sure that some of your altars are very dirty and ain't nothing sacred about them, because you think it's something whimsical that you can just play with, and you done posted hella pictures of your altar on the internet. Hella people done seen your altar. When people come to your crib, they touch stuff on your altar like, ooh, girl, what's this? Like, hell no. When I say I be under attack because I'm helping y'all, I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all. Like, I get attacked all day long because they don't want me to share this with you. Because if I make it simple for you, it's going to make it difficult for them to attack you. I don't let nobody touch my altar. I will break your fingers. You come in my house touching anything. Because I'm a full-blown, wild, wealthy shaman. That means nothing in my house is just what it is. Which means you have no idea what I put on it. So why the hell are you touching it? Your whole crib should be a sacred space. But the sacred meeting space is the most important. If your room is messy where your altar is, everything is cluttered around your altar. Your altar should be in a space where you're not going to clutter it. Let it be free. Let it be an area where you can breathe in. Put you some blankets and some pillows in front of it, so when it's time for you to meditate and pray and set your intentions and talk to your spirit guides, you can be comfortable. Most of y'all get too lazy to do it because you got to stand on your feet for hours while you're talking to your spirit team, and you don't want to do it. You just like, bro, I'm too tired. You too tired to talk to spirit? But I bet you if your life was hell, you'd be on your knees today. You be on your knees today. It's something you dedicate yourself to, not because that's how you get results, but that's how you amplify the energy in your sacred space, your dedication to it. That's how you amplify that energy in your sacred space. You got to dedicate yourself to it every day, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes. You don't have 5 to 10 minutes. You don't have 5 to 10 minutes to dedicate to your altar. The music playing is called Astral Healing. It's me. I made it. Said, does it have to be a physical place? Yes, because you have a physical body. Yes, because you have a physical body. Simply. That's the simple answer to that. Because you have a physical body, your altar should have a physical space. A lot of people go, make your altar on your cell phone. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't even know who I don't even know who came up with that. I don't know who the hell came up with that. They're just making stuff up out the blue because they know that you're connected to your cell phone. But don't put your altar on your cell phone, because if your altar's on your cell phone, which is just a bunch of pictures or a collage you done put together to represent spirit, right? If it's on your cell phone, remember how I told you keep your altar from being cluttered? What else is on your cell phone? Everything in your phone is surrounding your altar on your cell phone. It's a bad place to be. If you can make an altar where you are, that would be perfect. That would be perfect, because wearing your altar is fine. You can wear your altar. That's fine. But if you know you're not going to be dedicated to what you're wearing, you need to build a physical one in your crib if you can. Saint Law, we calling vision boards altars now. Bro, I done seen some ish in the community that's why I don't mess with them. That's why lives being shambles. Shambles. You wear an altar by putting things together like necklaces and bracelets that represent you and your spirit team, you and your ancestors. But like I said, don't put up an altar and neglect putting yourself on it. Said, what about a mental place you picture when you meditate? That's just meditation. That's visualization. That's not an altar. Yeah, even tattoos. If you're going to, if you actually can dedicate yourself to keeping those tattoos purified, and not just because you washed your ass with some soap. That's why I think it's best that if you can, you build a physical altar in your crib. It's really not hard. It's really not hard. It's really not hard. All you need to do is not forget to represent yourself on the altar. And I heard it years ago and it really pissed me off. Somebody was like, you really shouldn't put yourself on your altar because it represents the dead. Like, I think that's just what you doing with your altar. But why would I feed everything but me? Why would I pour libations for everything but me? Why would I light candles for everything but me? So can you talk about alchemy one day? Which is easy too. The way I'm gonna explain it. But yeah, and no, you don't have to put food and water on your altar if you don't have no kind of connection with your spirits. What are you really feeding? What are you really feeding? I'm gonna need all the questions that's coming in here to be on par with what today's ritual is. We're talking about cleansing altars. Save them questions for the day that I do the ritual on that. Because if I got to turn my attention away from what I'm talking about, I'm going to lose what I'm thinking. Okay? Let's keep it on. Let's keep it on point. But if you neglect to put yourself on your altar, what you're really saying is, I put everything before me. Because even your ancestors and your spirit guides know that you come first. A lot of you are very dedicated to your spirit team, but less dedicated to yourself. And that's backwards. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow on the cleanse for your spirit guides. The altar is to honor our spirit, correct? It's to honor your spirit and the spirits that walk with you. If you don't know the spirits that walk with you, what are you trying to feed? How do I keep my altar clean? With anything you clean with. You can use salt water. You can use lemon water. You can use, you know what I'm saying, Florida water. Anything that you got to cleanse, whatever represents clean to you. Because spirit is not, there is no specific way to do cleansings unless you know how you cleanse. Because some people be like, you know, you could take a salt bath just for yourself. This is a little off basis, but just for yourself, you could take a salt bath. But if you don't connect with water, that salt bath don't really matter, because you're going to doubt the very energy you're trying to apply to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on what you believe something, what do you believe cleaning is? Because if soap and water is something that represents cleaning to you, then you can use soap and water. Just pray over the soap and water and tell it what you want it to do. But most people look at that like that's not real. But you'll look at salt and sage and Florida water and things like that and be like, oh yeah, that's that potent spiritual stuff. It don't mean shit without intention. It means absolutely nothing. Bupkis. It don't mean nothing without intention. And so if you use soap and water to cleanse your area and your altar, that's fine as long as you put your intention in the water to do so. For real. So I don't have an altar. Should I be here today? Yes, because you most likely need one. That's why I keep telling y'all. Stop allowing Google to scare you out of the things that you're being prompted to do. Oh, we gonna talk about that like a mug tomorrow. For that spirit guide calibration, we gonna talk about that like a mug tomorrow. But a lot of you are prompted to do certain things with your altar, but you don't think it's spiritual. All is spirit. I'm telling you, everything is spiritual, because spirit is not something that works in limitation. It can't work in a box. That's why people who try to put it in the box are usually destroyed, because it has to set itself free. Spirit is unlimited. Spirit is in everything. Spirit is everything, and you can put spirit on everything. And I do mean on everything. They're every day at 3 o'clock p.m. CST. 3 o'clock p.m. CST. It's on everything. I don't care if I got a regular cup of water that I'm drinking. I could bless it right then and there. And it's gotta be so, because that's my intention. It's gotta be. You ain't gonna turn me down. You know what I'm saying? How do you take down, change, or move an altar? All you simply have to do at your altar while you're taking it down or changing it is just say power down. I say power down. Power down. Power down. Power down. Then you take it down, you clean everything off, you put everything back up, and then you power that thing back up. If how you power things down or close things out is by lighting a candle, that's what you do. If how you close things down or power things down is by creating smoke, like having smoke blown on it or whatever, then that's what you do. But you got to do what you trust. You got to do what you trust. You got to do what you know. Because a lot of people are trying to confuse you on how to do the things you know you need to do for yourself, and they could never teach you how to do you. They don't know how your magic work. Your magic work the way you work it. Your magic work the way you work it, not the way they want you to work it. You have to let it be unlimited. You are not ignorant, slow, stupid, none of that kind of stuff, because you haven't Googled 1,000 things about the altar and watched 100 YouTube videos about an altar. You ain't missing out on a lot of information. The only information you could possibly be missing out on is how to properly venerate the spirit you're trying to work with. But that's a whole different thing, because your first altar should represent you more than it represents any other spirit. That's a subject for tomorrow. To know if you're dealing with tricksters. That's a subject for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is the spirit guide calibration. Yep, let it flow until spirit tells you different. The only thing is, spirit not going to tell you different. Spirit's going to ask you, what do you want to do? And a lot of people can't take that question. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you think I should do? You're not owned by spirit, and you don't own spirit. Spirit is interacting with the decisions you're making for your path going forward. And so when it comes to altar work, when it comes to your altar represents you. You could never light a candle on your altar and it would still be an altar. You could never put a glass of water on your altar and it would still be an altar. If you a bookworm, your altar should be full of books. Why not? That's the place you go to escape and feel good. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. An altar is nothing but a sacred space where you go to meet with spirit and to do work for yourself. That's why I said don't do no readings near your altar. It ain't for nobody else. It's for you. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't make it difficult because you think that's what makes it sacred. Something sacred is simple. It becomes difficult when you try to put everybody in it. Like I said, for those that are just getting in here, welcome to day 16 of the 52 days of ritual, the altar cleanse. I'm going to tell y'all like I told everybody in the beginning, stop sharing pictures of your altar. You are not a fly-ass spiritualist just because you're sharing pictures of your altar. You're not dope at what you do just because you're sharing pictures of your altar. What you're really doing is sharing access. You think you're showing the world. You think you're showing people like, oh, look at this. Like, I built my altar. What do you think? No, you're giving them access. You're giving, especially people you trust, especially people you know who ain't got no control over their abilities, you're giving them access. I will cuss you out. You send me a picture of your altar. Because I know I can't control the way I travel and I ain't trying to be in your house. I will cuss you out. You're giving them access. Same thing with the practitioners. Stop taking pictures of your ritual work. But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. Like, what are you doing that for? Why are you showing people? It's supposed to be sacred. Look up sacred in the dictionary. Look on Google for sacred things. They will tell you, like, sacred things, like in Egypt, right? They'll tell you it took them 300 years just to find it. It's sacred. It's a secret. Y'all try to bond over sacred things. And that's probably what's causing your life hell right now. How you gonna bond? How you and another person gonna bond over altars? Oh, I have that on my altar too. That'll make y'all friends. It's supposed to be sacred. They're not even supposed to know what's on your altar. Nobody is. Nobody is. I don't care who they are and how much you trust them. I don't care if they come in your house and see your altar. They should know what everything represents. If they go, oh, what does that mean? It's personal. It's sacred. If you want everybody to have access to your space, show them your altar. Show them your portal, because that's all it is. Show them your portal. Give them access to your portal. Just don't get mad when they're in your house. Don't get mad when you feel their energy. Don't be mad when all you do is see them all the time. You're dreaming of them all the time. Don't get mad when their situation starts to become your situation. If you give them access to your home through your altar, through that portal, that's your fault. You can't get mad at them. Oh, they getting on my nerves. It's because you gave them access. That's why you don't take pictures of your altar. It's not supposed to be next to your bed because that's where you sleep and travel from. It's a meeting space between you and spirit. If it's next to your bed, you risk actually going through a different portal than you were intending to go through. You risk other things coming from that portal and going into your bed. When you have an altar, you're sharing your energy with it. So can you imagine coming back from a nightmare and you sit up and you touch your altar? The sacred space just fly out the window. Now it's a space of hell. Now it's a space of evil or negativity or low vibration. Keep it away. It's a sacred space. It's not hard. This is really not hard. It's actually quite easy. Because the ultimate thing I'm trying to tell you is a sacred space is something that is you, that's a part of you, that you use to amplify who and what you are and to bond with your spirit team, your ancestors, and your spirit guides. Simply. So my question to you all is, how sacred is your sacred space? The difference between pictures on a small table and the difference between pictures on the altar, there is no difference, because the pictures on a small table, if they represent that sacred space between you and your family, is considered an altar. A lot of people just don't use the word altar. But if you ever lit a candle because you're trying to show your family members love, especially those that have crossed over with them pictures that's sitting on that small table, that has become an altar. So that's where you would leave your water, your wine, your liquor, your food, your cigar, your weed, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's where you would leave it at. But having an altar is a sacred space. So a lot of you have been neglecting your altars. Let today be the last day. I'm not telling you you got to sit at your altar for 4 hours. 5 to 10 minutes a day is more than enough, especially when you're speaking to something that is outside of time. That could be a conversation that lasted forever to spirit. You know what I'm saying? That moment for you in healing could have lasted forever in spirit. And so it's a sacred space, 5 to 10 minutes a day. You don't have 5 to 10 minutes a day. A lot of you going to get off this live today and go back to doing absolutely nothing. You have 5 to 10 minutes to dedicate to your altar. Wipe it down. Change the water. Why the water fuzzy? Why the water fuzzy? Change it. Change it. And if you know you can't change the water every day, stop putting water on it. You know what I'm saying? Why the water fuzzy? Why the food got fruit flies and is molded? Why is it still the same old burnt out candle there from 2 weeks ago? If your altar is a representation of you also, everything you put on the altar represents you. If the food molded, so is your frequency. If the water's fuzzy, so is your vision. I can't think clear. My brain foggy, so it's that damn water on your altar, bro. Like, oh man, I got brain fog. No, you got dirty cup of water fog, because it represents you too. No, it don't matter what type of water you use. Water is water. Water is water, as long as it ain't dirty. Water is water. Because if your ancestors is like, only bring me to spring water, I bet my ancestors never get another cup of water out of me again. Being connected to spirit is not supposed to make your life difficult. Having an altar is not supposed to make your life difficult. It's supposed to teach you discipline. But if the discipline is starting to get on your nerves, it's because you're doing too much at your altar. Do the water have to be in a glass? No. No. Unlimit your magic. It ain't got to be in a glass. Everybody like, well, spirits like glass. Whose spirits? If we were talking to the same spirits, that information would be valid. But we're not. Your ancestors are not my ancestors. The things that your ancestors want, if you're working with your ancestors, which is we're going to talk about tomorrow when we talk about the spirit team or the spirit guide calibration. If your ancestors like a specific thing, that's different. You're going to get that inkling and you're going to do it. But if you had sitting there, all I got is plastic cups, then that's all you got. If all you got is styrofoam cups, then that's all you got. You should not be going broke. so you can have an altar. You should not be going broke so you can have an altar. I don't care what your ancestors want. If I gotta go broke to venerate you, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. So that's why I said tomorrow the spirit guide calibration is needed, because your ancestors not bugging you about all that stuff all the time. You're dealing with tricksters. You're dealing with spirits that's pretending to be them just to get fed by you. Especially a spirit that need it all the time. Liquor, I understand. Liquor, I understand, because some of your ancestors, they drank liquor like water. So yeah, that one glass you sat out for the last week, which a week is too long for some liquor to sit on an altar, but it's been sitting there for a week. They might need another shot or two. And they might want you to take a shot with them. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Okay? Remember, tomorrow's spirit guide calibration, and y'all bet not be late, or I'm going to tell everybody that your mama had you next to a molded bread section in a corner store. Tomorrow's a spirit guide calibration. We're going to kick the tricksters out your life. For some of you, it's about to get real silent. Because what you've been talking to ain't been for you. It's just been using you. You know why you get tricked? Because tomorrow's ritual is in correlation with today's ritual, the altar cleanse. You know why you get tricked? Because your space not sacred. Everybody named mama got access. Everybody named mama got access because you want to look spiritual. All is spiritual. Even the person that sells drugs on the corner is spiritual. The murderer, spiritual. The rapist, spiritual. Everything is spiritual. You're not lacking in spirit just because you don't have all the fancy things that you see on people's altars that they share online that they're not supposed to be sharing online. If you really pay attention to what's going on with the internet, you hear me. And hear me clear, the internet, if you pay attention, most people share pictures of their altar because that's how their spirits feed. No wonder when you looked at it, you felt something talking about, ooh, I got the chills. That felt good to you? You shouldn't have got the chills from nobody else's altar if you don't feel no chills when you look at your own altar. You just got. A picture ain't nothing but a frozen dimension. Don't worry, we about to clean them altars today. Don't trip. We about to clean them altars today. Where would you put your altar at your house? It depends on how you decorated your crib. My altar is on the far wall. Matter of fact, the video that I did of the what ritual day was that? What ritual day was that? I had the void jar, right? That's sitting on my altar. You see, wasn't nothing else up there, right? It wasn't even an altar. It wasn't even an altar of mine when I did that ritual. I created that altar just for that ritual. See how I created the sacred space? The black magic cleanse. See how I created the sacred space for that? That's where my altar is, the far wall. Look, the way my fingers are pointing, it's over there. It's on the far wall. If you don't have wall space, if you have a bar, like connected to your kitchen, if you have a bar, that can be your altar. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing but one of them little lunch tables, them little brown or black lunch tables that you get from, not lunch tables, but lunch tray thingies that you get from Walmart, that can be your altar. If you ain't got nothing but a little corner on the floor with a little small wooden table for it, like it's like this tall, if that's all you got, that's all you got. It is not about how beautiful the altar is. If you're an aesthetic type of person, then yeah, you gonna gripe about how beautiful it is. It's about the intention of actually wanting to put it there to say, I'm ready to bond with you, spirit. I'm ready to bond with you. I want to have a sacred space for me and you to meet. Ancestors, I want to have a sacred space for me and you to meet. And I set this sacred space up for me and y'all so I can feed y'all as well as myself. A lot of you don't even burn ancestor money for yourself because you don't even consider yourself an ancestor. But trust me, you're not going to outlive the next generation, so you already are one. Do you see how you neglect yourself to try to matter for spirits who already love you? They are not griping about all of that crap. Don't let these ultra deep people in the spiritual community convince you that you're doing it wrong when your spirits don't require that much in the first place. Peace, Vondre, peace. Do you have to keep it covered up like when company comes? No! I told you, you can cover it up because it's sacred. Of course, you don't want nobody messing with it, but a blanket draws attention to it too. Like, what's under there? They're going to ask questions anyway. So what you do is you light a candle for protection. Because you know, ain't nobody coming in your house naked. They're coming with stuff on them. They're coming with their spirit guides and their spirit team. So put a protective candle over it or on it. Light that thing and just let it sit there till they leave. Said, is the altar different than the place you do your spell work? Yes. For me, it is. For me, it is. Because when I do spell work, I make a mess. I make a mess because I like it like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, yes. But it don't have to be that way for you. If you're a neat freak, you got OCD and everything got to be clean and organized, you could totally do spell work on your altar. But I wouldn't dare do any kind of spell work on the altar that's going to taint the sacred space. Like if you're doing curse work, why would you do that at your altar? It's sacred. Why would you defile a sacred space with curses? Get me? It's up to you though. It's your life. You do what you do with your life. Can someone who has passed the 6 months be a spirit? Yes, but not a spirit you want to put on your altar. You don't want to put that spirit on your altar until they come to you and confirm that they've crossed and been cleansed. Don't even do it. Don't even play with it. Because if they're earthbound, now you got a spirit living with you. Now they bothering you for everything. Because what else do they have to do? You know what I'm saying? Just remember, if you don't remember nothing I said during this whole live, yes, you can use ashes from family. I hope it's in a vase, not just sprawled out on the altar like dust. But if you don't remember nothing I said from this live, just know that an altar is a sacred space. A sacred space is where you dedicate yourself to you, your spirit team, and spirit itself. Say, what kind of candle should I put on my altar? The ones you feel prompted to. The ones you feel prompted to. I know there's a lot of information out there, okay? I understand there's a lot of information out there. But if you were able to travel the world, I'm talking about hit every city, every state, every country, and every continent in the world, you would see that altars are just as unique as the people who build them. You go to a Buddhist temple, they have an altar. You go to a Kojic church, they have an altar. Catholic churches have an altar. Muslim churches, mausoleums have altars. African spiritual practices have altars. And they're all different because they all represent different things. And it wasn't the spirit that said, build it like this. It was the inkling inside of them that said, this is what represents this to me. I don't give a damn if you put a fresh banana on your altar every 4 days. If that represents your spirit team, then that makes that space sacred. But the question is, are you willing to dedicate yourself to that sacred space? Yep, Chinese people do have them in the Chinese restaurants and will tell you not to touch unless you're putting a coin on it. And I always drop a coin on their altar out of respect. Out of respect. And that's the next subject I want to get to before we get to the second part. Said, do candle colors mean a specific thing? If to you, I understand that all color come from black. All color comes from black. So I can use a white or a black candle, which can become any color. Because I can take white and mix any color into it and come on now, it can become any color. Black contains all the colors. That's why I say expand your consciousness. Allow your magic to be unlimited. The reason why people break things down into sections like that is because it makes it easier for them to understand, because the only way they learn things is if it's difficult. But if you simplify your magic, you will find more answers to your magic. You said, what can I use similar to sage to cleanse my home? Oh my God. It's so many things. Palo Santos, dragon's blood, frankincense and myrrh, any incense that you deem sacred. So this is what I want y'all to do for the next couple minutes. I want you to write on your piece of paper what is sacred to you. Don't overthink it. Write what's sacred to you. Because everybody will tell you sage is strong. Sage gets rid of evil spirits. I know spirits that will crack up as soon as you start lighting that. As soon as you wave it, I'm just clearing all. They like, oh, I'm in the corner chilling. I don't even know why they doing that. You know why that sage don't have no power? Because sage is not sacred to you. For people that sage is sacred to, oh, bruh, they can clear a room out with it. I'm talking about clear the room. What do you connect to? Because it's about what you connect to, not versus what Google said was the strongest. Because some people don't connect to sage. Some people love dragon's blood. I love dragon's blood. But I really love frankincense. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you, I'm sure I'm on my neighbor's nerves upstairs, because I'm sure they be out on their patio chilling while I'm on my patio doing my thing, and I'm burning like, I got the pea-sized frankincense from Amazon, right? I got 2 big bags of it, and I crushed it in the dust myself, put it on the coal. You know what I'm saying? And I put it on I didn't know it was gonna burn like that. I'm talking about I couldn't see in front of my face. But do you think I was like, no, I was like, like I like it because I connect with it. And the things that you connect with hold more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Sandalwood. Come on now. I connect with sweetgrass. That's what feels sick. I'm telling you, this done turned into something. This done turned into something real deep. We supposed to be talking about cleansing your altar, but this is so on par with the subject, because if it's not sacred to you, it's never going to work for you. I don't care what it is. That's why people buy certain crystals and it don't work for them, because that crystal's not sacred to you. Sacred means it means something special to me. When I look at it, I feel things. When I look at it, I feel okay. And for most of you who call yourself star seeds, when I hold it in my hands, I feel at home. That's what makes it sacred. But if you don't connect with it, why you got it? Because Google told you, right? Because the spirit told you, get this crystal and it'll really help you manifest. Put it on your altar, light a candle, and pour a cup of water. Watch what happens. Did nothing happen for you. Why? Because it ain't sacred to you. It means nothing to you. I don't care how many times you read what the meaning is. It means nothing to you. So I love peppermint. Oh, you're different. Oh, you different. You love peppermint? I know I could breathe well in your house. Let me come over for dinner. Peppermint got a property to it that it literally sticks to the air. I don't know what the particles in the air are called within the oxygen, but when you burn peppermint, it sticks in the air. Your lungs detect that the crib is naturally cooler. Like you can breathe. I'm coming over for dinner. You be burning peppermint? I'm over there. What you cooking tonight? What you got on the menu tonight? Rosemary. Rosemary has rosemary, for those who love rosemary, when you burn rosemary, it's 3 steps from cayenne. So can you grow to connect with it? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Andre said, I made this peppermint tea and it was everything. Peppermint tea go hard. Peppermint tea go hard. Yeah, rosemary's that thing. Rosemary's that thing. Wait, is that Nandi? Nandi, you made it! You made it! I'm sorry, y'all. I love me some Nandi, bro. She made it. You actually made it in. What happened? What happened? But if you don't connect, if it's not sacred to you, you won't connect to it. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to your altars, When it comes to your altars, that's why I said your altars is not just for your spirits, it's for you too. I knew it because I turned on the 18 plus. I turned on the 18 plus just to make sure I can talk how I want to talk without them banning my live. But your altar's supposed to include you too. I know a lot of people say, don't put yourself on the altar. You put yourself on the altar. Because if you hate the way your altar look, it's not sacred to you. That's where you go to talk to. Why wouldn't you want to put things that are sacred to you on your altar? Even memories can go on your altar. Let's say you traveled to Jamaica, right? And you picked up a rare, I don't know, a stick from a rare tree, and you brought it back with you. That's sacred to you. Put it on your altar. Whatever makes you feel connected and at home. Because once you feel connected and at home, or connected and at home, now you can calm yourself enough to actually hear spirit. Now the conversation is more authentic versus you rushing while you at your altar talking because you don't really connect to it. Come on now, y'all. You don't connect to it. What? That's why I said, write on your pieces of paper right now, what is sacred to you? What is sacred to you? Because all of this shit that y'all got in y'all cribs is not working for y'all because it's not sacred to you. It's sacred to Google and YouTube University. And it's sacred to, to everybody else's testimony in their life, but you might not connect with it like that. And you have to be authentic about that. And you have to stop being embarrassed about that. If you don't connect to amethyst, you just don't connect to amethyst. Oh, well, how else am I supposed to calibrate my psychic vision? There's something out there that will help you do that. If you don't connect to sage, you don't connect to sage. Don't feel ashamed about what you can't connect to. Be proud of the fact that you connect to something unique. Because that means your relationship with whatever you're connecting to is unique, which means nobody can block it, nobody can get in the way of it, nobody can disturb it, and nobody can trick you out of it. Your space ain't sacred yet. Everything in your house makes you look spiritual. Spirituality is not an act, it is not a show, and it's not a dress up. It's about being authentic. The more honest you are about the things you know you don't connect with, the more you'll find the things you do connect with. Some of y'all, the only sacred thing you know is sunflowers, and you feel like that's not enough. Oh, it's just sunflowers, but I know I need other things. No, maybe you need to build a sunflower wall behind your altar. Now all you want to do is sit where? In your sacred space. Said, what if it's roots? What if it's roots and barks and herbs? If you're an herbalist, that's what makes you feel at home. Put it on your altar. Especially if your altar, the altar you've built currently, is the meeting space for you and your ancestors and your spirit team. If that's the meeting space between you and them, you want them to touch them herbs and that bark. You know what I'm saying? Saying all is black. I was told that attracts negativity. Of course they told you it attracts negativity. If I keep you out the dark, you'll never see the light. Black don't attract negativity. Let me explain. So let me how do I say this? Let me break you free from that understanding, okay? A lot can happen in the dark. A lot can happen in the dark. A lot of things can creep up on you in the dark. But a lot of things are hidden in the light too. Because if I came to your house right now, and I came to your house and, I don't know, as an example, I would be of the light, right? Remember this, light, white, right? White, I would be white, right? If I came to your house, right, white and black, I'm not even talking about race, so everybody calm down. If I came to your house right now and I'm white, right? We're using colors here. I come to your house and I'm white. I come inside, I shake your hand, I give you a hug, I tell you you're amazing, I love you, and I get down on my knees and I go, you're amazing, and I hand you $60,000, I buy you a brand new car, I move you out your crib into a new house. When you move into that new house and you fill it up with furniture and all your tings, you know what I'm saying, and I rob you. Did I turn bad? Or was I always bad, pretending to be of the light? Darkness or black is not evil. It's only negative if that's how you perceive it to be. Because I know people who can't stand bright colors. They only love dark colors. They only love the dark. And they're some of the most positive people I know because they feel safer in the void than they do in white light. Does that make them evil? Does that make them negative? No, it makes them authentic because authenticity wins at the end of the day. Authenticity wins at the end of the freaking day. It's about what is said. I'm telling y'all, by the end of these 52 days of ritual, you're going to be a completely different spiritualist. Most of you have been pretending and faking the funk. And you're going to have to be honest with yourself about it, yo. You're going to have to spend that night crying because you've been lying to yourself. Some of the stuff you have in your house you don't connect with. You don't connect with it? Be honest. Be honest. You don't connect with it. Some of the stuff in your house you don't connect with, but your spirits do. That's fine. But if you know even your spirits don't connect with that, why is it in your house? Just taking up room. Just sitting in a corner. Just taking up room. It's not even aesthetically pleasing. Because aesthetics is not about how something looks. It's about how you look at it and the way it makes you feel when you look at it. It's just taking up space. Yeah, it'll be posted on YouTube later for sure. You can put it near a window. How do you know if you have something right or wrong until you try it? You're welcome. How do you know you have something right or wrong until you try it? Really think about that. So a lot of you have been paranoid about your altar, and that's why it's dusty today. That's why it's dusty today. Because you thought, I didn't do it right. What is right? Right is only a thing of perception, especially when it comes to you and your spiritual nature. What is right? That's why your altar dusty today. That's why you neglect it today. That's why your sacred space don't feel sacred. Because you thought you did it wrong. Because you're using Google and YouTube to figure out how you should do it. The only thing Google and YouTube can teach you is how to set it up. Which is just simply a table. If you want, you put a cloth on it. If it's nice, if it's got some nice high quality wood on it, you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? You put some candles on there and some water on there to venerate your spirits. But when I bring up putting yourself on the altar, everybody, oh, I heard you shouldn't do it. Man, shut up. Because I'm telling you, if you keep dedicating yourself to stuff that you barely even trust, because some of y'all don't even trust the ancestors you're talking to. So if you keep dedicating yourself to stuff that you don't trust, what energy do you have left over for you? Why don't you put a cup of water on the altar for yourself? And the cup of water represents clarity. You need clarity. You need it. You need it. You need cleansing. Why don't you light a candle for yourself? You need blessings. Why don't you burn some ancestor money for yourself? All of this dedication to everything outside of you to try to prove to people who don't even know you that you're spiritual. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all smoking Moscato. So can I be connected to ancestors and not know who they are? Yes. Most of your ancestors don't want you obsessed about connecting to them because you're going to neglect yourself to try to figure out who they are. You don't know what ancestor money is? You don't know what ancestor money is? Google it. Google it. Each and every one of you has a spiritual bank account. That's where I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to leave it because tomorrow's ritual is the spirit guide calibration. That's where I'm going to leave it. Google it. Google it, Google it, Google it, and then get on Amazon and buy some with the ASAPness. With the ASAPness, buy you some ancestor money. Every ancestor, every spirit has an account. That's the best way I know how to explain that to you. We all have an account. That's why some of your blessings is blocked. You ain't got nothing in your account. Not your physical bank account, but your spiritual one. Even the ancestor money that they have, because that's where I'm trying to make my own for our own people. But like the ancestor money that you get online or on Amazon has the Jade Emperor on it. And some of the ancestor money say hell notes because it takes care of their earthly debts. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a bank account. It's an account of spiritual money, which represents spiritual energy in essence. That's why some of you haven't even talked to your spirit guides, because you ain't gave them no type of offering, which translates over to a form of currency. So I really appreciate you in this. Oh, it's an honor. Yeah, that's if they got an Asian market where they are. Most people I found out don't even have an Asian market. I thought they was all over the place. I thought they was taking over like they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what but most people don't have an Asian market next to them. I have one. It's not close to me, but it's not too far either. And I go there and grab stacks. I'm talking about stacks. They already know what I'm in there for. And they got an herb aisle out of this world. I go in there and grab stacks. Like stacks. Said I gave them ancestor money, but I don't hear them yet. It's not about hearing them. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to dig deep tomorrow on the whole spirit guide subject. Because I think the world is a little spirit guide obsessed. And it's actually causing you to neglect your own path. Because you lead your own path. They don't lead it. You decide for yourself what you want out of your life. They don't decide. They only think about what's best for you in correlation to the shit you know you be doing wrong often. You know what I'm saying? That's when they got to step in like, excuse me, like what is you on? But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is the spirit guide calibration ritual, which will be day 17. This is crazy. This is crazy. We on day 16 now though. So this is the altar cleanse. So you should have by now written on your piece of papers the things you find sacred. Now I want you to look around your house real quick. Look around your crib real quick. Are any of those sacred items in your crib? Any of them? How much should you burn a day? As much as you feel prompted to. I don't care if you put the whole stack in the fireplace. Stack be like this thick. I don't care if you throw the whole thing in there. How many things on your list that you hold sacred are in your house? All of them? How many of them are sitting on your altar? The reason that I want you to stop sprawling spirit all around your house like that is because when you create a sacred space, you squeeze all of this potent energy together. I know y'all feel what's between my hands. You squeeze all of this potent energy together. And then when you step outside the bubble, it explodes. And once it explodes, it's like all of this purifying, healing, master field, miracle working, you know what I'm saying? Energy is spread out all over you. Because you become your sacred space when you step away from your altar. Because your altar represents you also. Put it all on an altar. Find a corner in your crib tonight. Tonight, Bernie Mac, right? Tonight. Find a corner in your crib tonight. And set up your first altar. If you're unsure who your spirit guides is, set it up for yourself. Part of the reason, and I swear we're going to talk about this tomorrow, but part of the reason you don't hear your spirit guides is because you don't even hold yourself sacred. Said, no lie, a spider just came down from my locks. Well, I hope you didn't panic and like squish it. Hope you like knocked it off. Because for some people, their locks is their altar. Why do you think people put hella stuff in their locks? Like hella jewelry. I'm talking about hella. It don't even require all of that. Like they got hella stuff hanging from their locks. Like they locks extra heavy. Sometimes your crown is your altar. Said not sure where I'm going to put it. Do you have a fireplace? There's so many spaces you can put an altar in. Just don't think it's got to be super dumb big. Simplicity is everything. Said my mom puts crystals in her locks. It's a good thing. Said, is it bad to have my mom on my altar if she still needs to be healed? That's your mother. If you're preparing yourself to handle that case, then yeah, that's totally fine. If you know how to handle that case. My mom still needed healing when she crossed over. She's above my fireplace. And I'd do anything for my mom. Yep, you can put it in your closet. You don't want your body to be your altar. Y'all think I'm joking. People really think I'm joking, because we're going to talk about feeding spirit guides tomorrow and all that good stuff. But you don't want your body to be your altar for too long. I promise you. Because you think you're having cravings and it's your spirit team. Now you overweight because you done ate 20 honey buns this week. The reason it ain't satisfying you to eat the cravings or eat the things that you've been craving is because it ain't for you. It's not for you. It ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need an altar. I got a closet full of snacks I don't even want, because I know who it's for. I know who it's for. Every time I go to the corner store buying candy, I'm like, I don't even eat this. And something's like, I do. Yeah, well, excuse me. Well, excuse the hell out of me. But I got you, though. You said, can your breath be your altar? No, that's what I mean by body. You don't want your body to be your altar. You don't want your body to represent your altar, because in essence, it's already that, simply because you're in it. We're talking about altars that represent you in reality, your outer reality, because all of this inner stuff is cute and all until you need something outside of yourself. And if there's no activating point outside of yourself, how do you really call things into your life that you desire? Altars, sacred spaces. You could have a dumb big altar if you want. You could have a dumb big altar. It's up to you. Whatever makes that space feel sacred, whatever makes you feel like you should go stand at that space every day is what your altar needs to look like. That's what your altar needs. That's supposed to dedicate yourself to sacred spaces. Or your sacred space should make you want to dedicate yourself to it. Your vision board should be somewhere near your altar, and not the one you created on your cell phone. The physical one should be somewhere near your altar. Some of you literally, like if you're having trouble sleeping, once you've created your safe place or your safe space, you can sleep in front of your altar if you're having trouble sleeping, because it's a sacred space, which makes it safe. That's if you're having trouble sleeping. That's why I said don't put it next to your bed to try just to get some sleep every night. That's not okay, because eventually you're going to have to learn how to stand up for yourself and calibrate your own frequency. But don't put it next to your bed. But a sacred space is everything, for a spiritualist especially. Everything. If you don't have one in your crib, you need one. An altar ain't nothing but a sacred space. And I ain't trying to downplay it at all. I'm just saying it's a sacred space. A space where you go and you feel safe enough to be yourself. Allow yourself to talk to spirit, your spirit team, your ancestors, cry, scream, curse, yell, whatever you feel you got to do by your altar, because it's a sacred space. You're safe. You're almost invisible to the whole world when you're in your sacred space. So all of my stuff is packed. I don't think they want an altar in this house. Well, Bailey, like I said, because I don't know if you were here in the beginning, Bailey, but like I said, most people are idiots. Okay? They wouldn't know what an altar was if it smacked them in the face and said, "Hi, I'm altar." They wouldn't know what an altar was. Bailey, if you don't put some flowers on the dresser and get a candle that look like it came from Walmart, like Island Party or Coconut Dream, you know what I'm saying? And turn that into your altar, they'll think it's just some smell good. They'll think you're just doing something feminine. Because remember, your sacred space is supposed to be private. They'll never know, Bailey. They'll never. I had an altar in my pop's crib for a while. He didn't know what it was until he caught me working at it one day. Hey, damn, son, what you doing? Like, whoa, like, I done been caught. Like, I done been caught. They done caught me. And even then, I snaked my way out of that one, too. It's okay. It's supposed to be sacred and secret. Sacred and secret are the same thing. If you put them side by side and pronounce them the same, E makes an S sound also. It's sacred. Sacred, secret, same thing. So I don't care if his parents don't want an altar. I mean my spirits. How your spirits don't want you to have an altar? I don't know, Bailey. I don't know, Bailey. You should at least have an altar that represents you. A sacred space that represents you. I don't know if you should continue talking to them spirits all day. I don't know what the hell they talking about. You should have one at least for you, Bailey. You matter. Don't get me started. That just kind of frustrated me just a little bit, like this. Like just like this much, Bailey. Like this much. Like just like this much. Like just like this much. Like, excuse me? Yes, you can put plants around your altar. Well, unpack it, Bailey. Unpack it. Because while you live where you live, it needs to be a sacred space for you. How can you operate in your full energy if where you are isn't sacred to you? And yes, plants are okay to put on your altar. That's why I told y'all to write down the things you hold sacred. Because that's what should be on your altar. I swear to God. Like, I swear it's that simple. That's why my altar is forever transforming. It's forever changing. Because if this week I decide I don't like all of that, it ain't going to be on there no more. I understand the things for your spirit team, your spirit guides and your ancestors. I understand those things. But we have to take altar to the next level for ourselves. Because if we're only dedicated to our spirit team, who's dedicated to us? We can't expect them to provide everything. We have to learn how to provide for ourselves. We have to learn how to work our own magic. We have to learn how to cleanse our own energy. We have to learn how to step into a sacred space, learn how to honor, respect that sacred space, build up some discipline to become more sacred. We gotta twist it. Yeah, you gotta. Said, why listening to you makes me sad? It's probably the music. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's called astral healing. It ain't me. It's the music. You could put living people on your altar? They don't gotta be. How else do you send blessings to the people you love? You just offer up a prayer and say their name? They ain't gotta be dead. I don't know who wrote the rules on all of this stuff. Like, I don't know who wrote the rules on all of this stuff, but magic is so unlimited, and man wants to make it difficult. Yeah, it's okay if you got an altar at your job. Just don't ever tell everybody, this is my altar, because then that's your ass. Like, that's your ass. Your job gonna be like, we don't allow that here. You don't even know, most of the companies that people work for are religious. So an altar don't sound right unless it's got a cross and a picture of Jesus on it. Said I always thought they had to have passed to be honest? No. 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 I don't know who wrote those rules, because most of you don't even qualify to work with the dead and the people that have crossed over and passed on. So why the hell would you even have that on your altar? So they're trying to communicate with you, but they can't communicate with you because you don't communicate with the dead. And it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And if you have an altar for your ancestor, but you still mad at Christianity, but your ancestor was a Christian, stop being an asshole and go ahead and put a Bible on the altar. You ain't got to open it or read it. Put it, it ain't for you. It's for them. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to get my mom a Bible. My mom was definitely a Christian when she was here. Although she totally honors and respects what I do with my life now and the work that I do, she was still a Christian. And I have to make sure I honor that. You know what I'm saying? If you have spirits that you work with, listen to what they're asking for on their altars and get it when you can. Not when they're trying to rush you to. Like, not when they're trying to rush you to, because most people get prompted for what their ancestors are asking for and immediately begin to stress. Oh, how am I gonna get that? Like, I already got all these bills to pay and I gotta make sure my children can eat this, that, and the fourth. And like, how the hell am I supposed to do that? You do it when you can, not just because they're asking. Unless you're working with deities or higher spirits, you know, like Legua and Muerte and things like, and entities like that. I mean, but even they understand. They know you ain't got no damn money anyway. Like, they know. They know. They're just saying, you know, consider me next time you go to the corner store. Consider me next time you go to the arts and crafts store. Think about something that I might like too. Because it's not that they're begging you for things, and we're going to talk about this more tomorrow. They just want you to be comfortable in that sacred space when you interact with them. That's it. That's it. 4:44 on my clock. Said I love spirituality when I first started it, and now I hate it. That's because you ran into information. And information is not necessarily fact, it's just a perception. Well, it's a fact, but the fact is a perception of somebody who experienced it that way. All you got to do is remove all the stuff that you've picked up on and actually see what spirit is for yourself. That's going to be a crazy journey, but it's going to be worth it in the end, because I'm wild. I'm a wild, wealthy shaman. I'm wild. I don't listen to nobody. The reason I don't is because I need spirit to, if spirit can't explain these things to me, or if I can't experience these things for myself, then I don't let them be true in my life, because it could cause me chaos because I don't connect with that. You know what I'm saying? Said, what if you draw in a certain type of weapons? Put them on your altar. I got my machetes. Oh, I got my machetes. And I want to get like 6 or 7 more just for the hell of it. Like, hang them like all around the crib. I love swords, but I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I connect with machetes. I connect with knives and swords. So I'm going to have them all over my crib. Like, for real. It's nothing weird about that. So how do you learn spirit? By experiencing life. Because spirit is everything, on everything, and in everything. Said it makes me feel better. Then buy some swords. Buy some swords. Whatever makes your space sacred is what you're supposed to have in your space. Everything else, irrelevant. Everything else, irrelevant. Say you know how to use them? Yeah. What you think, it's just decoration? When you fuck around, you find out. You don't want to find out, though. You don't want to find out. Hell yeah, I know how to use my machetes. What's the reason to have decorations? Somebody breaking your house, what you gonna do? Back up, sir. I'll use it. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to use it. That's you. That's your ass. Right then and there. That's your ass. I can use it. I know how to use my machetes, bro. The threats are real. You come in my crib. The threats are real. You come in here. Because they're everywhere. I know exactly where my machetes are. It's like, what Kevin Hart say? So you gon' kill me? While I got dinner on the stove? Hold on, let me flip over this chicken. Knife move. Yeah, they everywhere. They everywhere. They're everywhere. But it's what makes me feel sacred. Because I'm a warrior, a real one. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel at home. It makes me feel comfortable. And so I have a lot of them. And I'm getting a lot more. And then when the funds come in for that, I'm gonna go on. It's a few people who actually make katanas, like actual authentic Japanese katanas. I gotta get it. I'm gonna have a collection of those. They're gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna be outside. My neighbor's gonna think I lost my mind. Why? Because that's what makes my space feel sacred. I used to have them hanging right here until TikTok started blocking the live because you could see them. You know, they're like hanging right here behind my head. That was a representation of my protection. You know what I'm saying? But now they're not there. Like literally, there's those. That's two weapons too, though. I'll put them sticks on you. But yeah. Yes, you can like skulls. Just remember what I'm saying about your altar. Your altar being a sacred space. Sacred, sacred, sacred. Remember the word sacred. Everything sacred. Keep it at your altar. Keep it at your altar. Learn to sit in that space and meet with your spirit team. I don't care what you got to express. All that good stuff. Like, leave it at that space. Because once you leave it at that space, you start to understand just how beautiful it really is to connect in a sacred area. Then you start dedicating yourself to yourself even better. You start getting on your own head about what you know you need to do, like keeping your crib clean, folding your clothes as soon as they get out the dryer, just so you don't pile up on clothes to fold, because that's a sacred space that's going to teach you to be responsible for your spirit and your spirits. Oh my God, sacred spaces are great teachers. They're great, great, great teachers. And I want you to get like stronger in your sacred spaces. Said, no, I'm literally doing laundry. And you better finish too. And you better finish too. That's right, Erica. You better finish laundry too. You better not stop. It ain't that much. It is not that much. Are y'all ready for part 2? Did I bring a marker over here with me, man? I need to have my moderators put my Cash App in the comments early. People slick. They be skating. Right after they get the information, they skate. I be like, that's up. That's a little messed up. These are not free. These are donation-based rituals. I need to have my moderators put my Cash App and all that good stuff in the comments early. Like, that's what I'm gonna have to do it that way, because I don't like being played now. Like, I just be sitting there like, damn, I don't want to be that spiritualist. Y'all come, you come take the information and you run with it. And the next thing you know, it's 200 TikTok videos from you because you think you're an expert now. I'll put you on blast. I'll call your ass out because I know exactly what you was in here saying. Like, I know you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like, all I'm asking for is a donation for these rituals. It ain't that difficult. Ask the people who know me how much my online rituals actually cost. And tell me if sending a donation in for this ritual is too much. Tell them, my divine people, $65. $65. Said, I have been noticing that. I'm telling you. I know I'm not tripping. I'm not the only one. And it's a respect thing, because even I told the people who can't send donations, I still want you to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I was doing everybody a favor and being kind and sweet. But then I forgot that when you're being kind, people take advantage. And I'm like, nah, the people who really don't have a donation, they're not taking advantage. They're grateful that somebody wants to help, whether they can pay for it or not. But the people know like that they can send a donation. They just don't think it's worth it because I'm not talking to them personally. And the reason I'm not talking to you personally is because respectfully, that costs $125 for a half hour to talk to me personally. So get your money up, not your funny up. Let me try to get this code down real quick. So I'm finna play this incantation. And I put it over my meditation music so it'll be a lot calmer. If you only have your room, put it in your room. Just don't put it next to your bed. Just don't put it next to your bed. Put it somewhere else in your room. And if you can, go to Home Depot, right? Because most people don't have like wall room. You know what I'm saying? Like the wall, the immediate wall. They don't have wall room. So what you want to do, you want to go Home Depot or like Lowe's, right? And go get some shelving and screw that thing into the wall. Make that your altar. Can you imagine like a hovering altar? It's hovering. It ain't got no legs on the floor, no none of that. That shit's fly. That's so fly. For real fly. Say you said an altar can be a necklace or an object, right? Yes, if you don't have a sacred space. If you don't have a space to put it in, yes, it can. Where the hell are my markers? Where are my markers, bruh? I carry a set of markers to this couch with me. There we go. I was gonna say I carry a set of markers with me to this couch every day. I go to the store when I go to the store and buy a pack of markers every time I go. I'm always losing markers. I swear when I turn over these cushions to vacuum out this couch, it's gonna be dumb amounts of Sharpies in the couch. They're just gonna be sitting there. Hi, hello. No, that's different. That's different. There's a difference between you learning something from me and adding it to what you're doing versus taking something from me and acting like you came up with it and acting like you brought it to yourself and acting like you was sitting there channeling and it fell out the clouds and landed in your skull. There's a difference. Like there's a difference. It's disrespectful when people do that. Plus these are donation-based rituals. These are not classes, seminars, or just regular live streams. That's what I'm saying. Like you good. If you ain't like that. Because if you like that, you ain't good with me. I done stopped trying to be friends with people for a long time. Now I don't care no more. Like I want to help the people that need help, that need assistance. I want to build my brand, make my bank account look as sexy as me, and go straight to the top with this magic, with this work. Let me channel this code. Okay, one more thing I need y'all to write on y'all papers. One more thing I need y'all to write on your papers. How am I going to word this out? Oh, separate sheet of paper. Separate sheet of paper. Because this is the paper you're going to write this code on. I want you to write on that separate sheet of paper, I cleanse this space and I call it sacred. It's okay. Put it in your notes and do it later, nerd. I cleanse this space and I call it sacred. I cleanse this space and I call it sacred. And then as I give you this code, you just gonna hold your piece of paper and charge up the code while I play this incantation. Hold on now. It's right here. I really put it over meditation. It's no extra rhythm to it, but I think you'll like it. Hopefully it's not too loud. I haven't heard it in the speakers yet. I gotta turn it down. Here we go.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape. A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation.
That's not the last time it's gonna play. I told you I put it over meditation music.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation.
Hold on now. I'm almost done with it. Hold on.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation.
I love this one. I feel like it's so perfect for you needing to cleanse that damn space of yours.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is
on a different sheet of paper.
Outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
If you're not home right now, when I give you this code, just write it in your phone, but then write it on a piece of paper when you get home, when I give you the code, okay?
I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit.
Okay, moderators, here comes the code. Share it with everybody. 9229
exposing myself.
4850. 9229 4850.
Pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space.
Yes, put your name on it.
Spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection.
9229 4850.
Outside projection, from outside.
That's the code.
And outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be
Powerful
clean,
incantation,
altar be
brother.
safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation.
I'm charging with the incantation and the code. That's why I have my eyes
Altar be
closed.
clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet.
Yes, you can
with
share the
God
altar
in
with them if
spirit.
they're
The world
teenagers, but if they're
disappears
grown,
whenever
no.
I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed, my altar is peace, my altar is war, my altar is protection, my altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The
All
world
I saw-
disappears whenever I'm near it.
All I
offer
saw
my
was light.
offerings, I offer
And I don't
my
know who
prayer,
that's for.
exposing myself,
And I don't even know what that
removing
means
the
to
layers.
you.
A portal
But all I
is
saw
made
was
from
like a
here to
cross.
the realms. The
Like the
portal is
Christian
pure.
cross.
No
Like I
evil
saw the cross
prevails.
walking
I
through
set my
fire.
intentions while lighting the
I'm telling
candle,
you, it's
declaring
calibrating.
the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles
I'm
form
sitting
and
here charging the
intentions
code
increase.
up while
My
y'all
altar
charging
is
y'all code
cleansed.
up.
My altar
And I'm
is
sending the
peace.
energy
My
over, and I
altar
just
is
saw like a
war.
cross
My
walking
altar
through
is
flames.
protection. My
Like,
altar
it
is
was on
shielded
fire,
from outside
but it was walking.
projection, from outside influence
It was on
and
fire, but it was
outside
moving.
invasion. My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails.
Facts.
I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation. Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure, no evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
How y'all feel with the incantation? I told y'all. This is key. This is really key for tomorrow's ritual too. Like, this is key. We're gonna listen to it one more time through. I had to put it over meditation
Altar
music.
be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it.
Thank you. And shouts out to my subscribers. I don't shout y'all out enough. Shouts out to my subscribers. I love y'all so much.
Is made from here to the realms. The portal
times
is
infinity.
Pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation. Altar be clean. Altar be safe.
I feel calm.
My altars become
That's a good sign.
Escape. A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is
I swear
made
when I
from
start playing the
realms.
incantations,
The portal is pure.
my screen
No
gets
evil
brighter.
Prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase.
That's why I try not to make this one so long, so I can upload it to YouTube fast. So for those that have to miss, damn, there go my crown.
Shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis.
That's why I tried to make this. Oh my God. That's why I tried to make this one quick so I can upload it to YouTube faster for those that had to miss it. So you'd be able to listen to the incantation and follow these same instructions when you get home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you, because this is, do y'all remember?
Altar be clean.
Said I thought it was your lighting. No, because if that was the case, it would have been this bright the whole time.
A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever.
Do y'all remember my instructions for the piece of paper you're gonna burn?
I offer up prayer, exposing myself
with the code on it.
The layers.
You're gonna take those ashes and you're gonna spread them out over your altar.
No evil prevails.
If you're a practitioner and you have ancestor money, I suggest you write this code on a stack of bills. Burn the stack of bills and take the ashes and drop, like, throw them over your altar. I know it's like, damn, but that's a mess. But you're cleaning up the ill energy off of your altar. So I need you to do this. And then I need you to take your time and wipe it up slowly but surely. This is about dedication to your sacred space, not to be rushed through. For those of you who are not home yet, those are the instructions. So just remember that. But when you watch this back on YouTube, it'll be explained to you again.
Altar
so you'll be
clean,
fine.
Altar be safe. My altars become.
Can I burn tomorrow after I deep clean my altar? No. Burn it today, throw it on your altar, and then deep clean it.
I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
What if you don't have a physical altar? If you're wearing your altar, take the amulet that you're wearing off of your neck and lay it on the concrete outside. Burn the paper with the code on it. Dust it over the amulet. Wipe the amulet down.
My
clean
altar
it,
is cleansed.
and then put
My
it back
altar
on.
is peace.
If you don't
My
have an altar at
is
all and you're
war.
trying to
My
ask me,
altar is
should I
protection.
have an
My
altar?
is
Hell
shielded
yes.
from outside
Matter of fact, when you pick the
protection,
table
from
for your
outside
altar,
influence,
I want you to
outside
take this
invasion.
code,
My altar
and I
is
want you to
oasis.
burn
My
it,
altar is
and I want you to
vacation.
take them ashes, and I want you to crop dust it over the table like, you know what I'm saying? The sound. I want you to do that, and then I want you to clean it off and set it up. I mean,
a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer
yeah, you good, you good.
Exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails. I said,
okay, I'll do it on 11 p.m. Look at you. Look at you playing in portals. Look at you playing in portals.
My altar is
do your thing. Do your thing. I like that. That's what I like to hear.
Protection. My altar is
playing in portals.
Outside projection from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation. Altar be clean.
Yes, and anything can be an altar. Don't think you gotta buy some fancy table and don't go broke trying to create a sacred space. Because that sacred space is gonna become the thing you hate because it took your money. You know what I'm saying?
I offer up prayer.
Yeah, portal gang or nothing.
Removing the layers. A portal is made from here.
Put the ash on it before you put the things on it. You want to take the ashes, put them across your altar, swish them around on your altar, and then clean it.
My spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase.
If you got statues that represent deities on your altar, crop dust their asses too.
My altar is protection.
Hit them with it.
My altar is shielded from outside projection.
Because you're going, the code itself is cleansing all ill energy, trickster energy, and purifying the portal to your altar. If you are wearing your altar, the portal is hitting you. So if you want to be your altar, although I wouldn't advise it, you need to crop dust yourself with the ashes, and then go take a shower.
My offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
Say content gonna be caught.
A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil.
Content be all right though.
I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring.
Yes, you can.
My spiritual mantle where miracles.
So what if you already have offerings on your altar? How long they been sitting there?
Cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war.
Yes, your dog's urn can go on your altar too.
Is shielded from outside projection, from outside.
You can find small lunch tables at Walmart. I got 3. If I was used to shipping things, I'd send them to y'all. You said one day? Your offering's been on your altar one day? So what I want you to do, I want you to take those offerings and I want you to just sit them to the side, right? Sit them to the side, sit them on the table, like cover them with a napkin. You know what I'm saying? Keep it sacred. Cover them with a napkin. Follow the instructions for your altar. After you clean it, then put them back.
Removing the layers, a portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails.
And shouts out to you, another subscriber. Said I don't have an altar. We'll build one.
My spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed.
Say, oh my gosh, I hear different languages while holding and listening to this.
My altar is protection.
If you wrote the code on a piece of paper, you're charging it up right now while listening to this. That's why I haven't stopped playing it yet.
My altar's oasis, my altar's vacation.
I might seriously upload this to YouTube by itself, just for y'all. Which means y'all gonna have to get that private link from me, because I ain't trying to just have it running around the internet. I care about people, just not that much. To just let the prayer be around while people playing around with their sacred spaces.
My altars become my
but I might just release this one for y'all that's in here that's participating. Because I want you to be able to listen to this every time you clean your altar. You should be cleaning your altar like once every 2 weeks. It ain't that hard. If you include cleaning your altar when you clean your house, it won't be that hard. Now, if you're not cleaning your house, we got something else to talk about.
Declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase.
The benefits of having an altar is having a sacred space for you in spirit to meet, a sacred space for you to build, a sacred space for you to meditate, a sacred space for you to feel safe, a sacred space for you to be cleansed, a sacred space for your ancestors and your spirit guides to be able to enter into your life.
Altar be clean. Altar be safe.
Altars are amazing.
My altars become my safest escape. a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near.
And some of you, and we're going to talk about it more tomorrow for the spirit guide calibration, but some of your spirits are ready to be fed. They tired of waiting on you now. And I'm included in that group with you. I done grabbed everything already though. I got everything. I just got to set it up.
Candle, declaring this space, my spiritual
So this is amazing.
mantle.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
And intentions increase. My altar is cleansed.
What is it, Twisted, honey? You're welcome.
My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside.
My moderators will put my Cash App in the comments. They'll show you. Keep walking. Keep looking out for it. I haven't even asked for the donations yet, but now I'm gonna have to start putting it in there early so people don't try to just run off on me. Ran off on the plug twice. Like damn, bruh.
Altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world
If your altar is an item that you wear, yeah, take it off at night. Use something else that represents protection to wear around your neck at night when you go to sleep, or your ankles or your wrists.
From here to the realms, the
you know what I'm saying?
is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions.
Because if you wear your altar at night, you become a focal point for spirits. And if you haven't been keeping yourself protected and cleansed properly, the spirits that's coming through are probably not friendly.
My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation. Altar be clean. Altar be safe.
If you don't have an altar, where do you put the ashes? Make an altar first.
Where I meet with God in spirit. The world
but if you're not ready to set up your altar, then save this piece of paper that you're writing on with the code. Save that piece of paper for when you build it, and just remember my instructions. It'll still work. That's why we're charging. We're literally charging this code up right now.
While lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle.
Yep, you can write the code on Ancestor Money. I'm telling you, if you're really about that, you'll write it on a bunch of Ancestor Money. Burn that. Use them ashes to clean your altar because it's abundant.
Outside projection from outside influence.
Man, I need y'all to get on y'all magic, bro. You know you can take a money bath with Ancestor Money ashes? Come on, bro.
Altar be clean. Altar
Come
be
on
safe.
now.
My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet.
Said, can we use the code more than once? No, because I'm going to deactivate the code. Well, the code is already going to be deactivated after a few days. But I'll keep creating new codes. But like I said, I might actually release this incantation on YouTube for y'all privately. So you won't need the code after that anymore. You won't need the code after that anymore. You could just listen to it while you clean your altar.
Where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside protection, from outside influence and outside invasion.
Except for them reasons. Yeah, you in your magic bag. I like it. I like that. I like that. Stay in your bag. Stay in your bag. Y'all know how I am. I know how I am. I'm all about the magic. I don't care about nothing else. I'm all about the magic. If it ain't magical, it ain't about me. It ain't about me at all. So what if you have two altars? Then I guess you need to write the code on enough pieces of paper to cover those two altars.
Escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings.
So you're the best teacher. I do my best.
Exposing myself. Removing
I ain't even did nothing yet. I mean, I did a lot, but to me, I ain't even did nothing yet.
Portal is pure.
I ain't even got it cracking yet.
I set my intentions while lighting a candle.
Yes, you can put your runes on the altar. That should be the place where you charge them and cleanse them anyway.
Miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
If you've written the code and you burned it, we're good. Moderators, can you put my Cash App in the comments, please? Now you can send your donations over.
My altars become my
I just wanted you to charge up the code and listen to this incantation for a minute.
In spirit, the world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
That's dope. That word cut into wood. That's dope.
Is made from here to the realms.
What if you have tablecloths on the table? Take them off. They probably need to be washed anyway.
While lighting a candle, declaring
take them off. Wash them.
My spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is clean. cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is
just
war.
that
My
ancestor
altar is
money,
protection.
or it's
My
called
altar
Joss
is
paper,
shielded
is
from
what you're gonna see on
outside
Amazon.
projection,
Joss
from
paper.
outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
I like this over the meditation. It made it calmer for y'all. I realized that the incantations are potent. That's why a lot of y'all go through all of these different vibrations when you hear it, so I calmed it down.
Altar be clean, altar be safe.
I love
My
you,
altars
360,
become
Antonio.
My safest escape, a place where I meet with God.
It's not
in spirit.
65,
The
it's
world
donation based.
disappears
That's how I know you
whenever
weren't paying
I'm near it.
attention.
I offer my offerings,
You weren't paying
I
attention.
offer
It's
up
donation
prayer,
based. I was
exposing
giving an
myself,
example of people
removing
running
the
off,
layers of
not sending
portals made
donations,
from here to
not
the
understanding
realms.
that me
The
doing
portal
this
is pure.
donation base
No
is a
evil
favor
prevails.
when
I set
usually my
intentions while
online
lighting
rituals
the
cost
candle,
$65.
declaring
No,
the space,
it's donation
my
based. You're
spiritual
good.
mantle where miracles
You give what you
form and
can.
intentions
Exactly.
increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar
You give
is
what you
peace.
can. That's
My
the donation.
altar
I don't
is
have
war.
a set
My
price.
altar is
Because I'm
protection.
telling
My
y'all, once I
altar is
set
shielded
a
from
number for a
outside
donation,
projection,
it's a
from
price. It's no
outside
longer a
influence
donation.
and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
And there goes my Cash App right under you. They're putting it in the comments. Watch my moderators. I like this one though. Today was chill. Although I was going deep and going crazy on it, today was chill. Today was very, very chill. And then tomorrow, after
my altars become my safest
we
escape,
do the
a
spirit
place where I
guide
meet
calibration,
with God in spirit.
and everyone
The
sent their
world
donations
disappears
in.
whenever
I'm going
near.
to give
I
out the
offer my
$200
offerings, I offer up prayer,
for the
exposing
lucky person
myself,
for Thanksgiving,
removing
for
the
those that
layers.
celebrate
A
it.
portal
That's
is
going to be
made
cooking,
from
but you ain't
here
got no
to
money
the
to get no
realms.
food.
The
You know what I'm
portal is
saying?
pure. No
That's the
evil
gift for
prevails.
tomorrow.
I set my intentions
Because I
by
realized
lighting
Thanksgiving
the
coming
candle,
up like
declaring the
that.
space.
I'm looking
My
at the date like, when's
spiritual
Thanksgiving?
mantle,
You know, I don't
miracles
celebrate
form
holidays.
and intentions increase. My altar
Yes,
is
you can donate
cleansed.
during the
My altar is
incantation.
peace. My altar is war.
Yeah,
My
tomorrow's
altar is
that day.
protection. My
So I expect
altar
to
is
see y'all
shielded
show up
from
and show
outside
out.
projection,
I don't even know
from
what's going to be
outside
required
influence
to
and
see
outside invasion.
who
My
gonna get
altar's
that
oasis, my
$200.
altar's
It's so hard for
vacation.
me not to be a billionaire yet because I wish I could give all of y'all $200, bro.
Altar be clean,
Like,
altar
it's
be
just so
safe.
hard, like,
My
and it
altars
sucks because you
become my
pick one
safest
person,
escape,
and it's
a
like,
place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears.
I wanna give it to
whenever
all
I'm
of y'all,
near it.
man.
I offer my offerings. I offer up
Next
prayer,
month gonna be gifts
exposing
like
myself,
crazy, bruh.
removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure.
Yeah, somebody's
No
getting
evil
$200
prevails.
tomorrow
I set
for Thanksgiving.
My intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed.
You can do it
My
outside the
altar is
incantation.
peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection.
Anytime you come in for these 52 days of ritual, when I first start playing the incantation, don't go nowhere.
Altar's oasis.
Don't leave. Don't try to send your donation in. Just wait and listen, okay? Because that's a very focal, like a very focused moment.
My altars become
Okay?
my safest
So I don't
escape, a place
want you
where
to miss
I
it.
meet with God.
She said, "Oh man, you beautiful. Thank you. Is it Cleona or Ona? Cleona. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. Thank you.
Removing the layers.
Yep, that be my Cash App.
From here to the realms, the portal is pure. No evil prevails.
And don't you tell nobody my name either.
Lighting the candle, declaring the space.
The name my mom and daddy gave
spiritual
me.
mantle, where
I know I don't look like a
miracles form and
Giorgio.
intentions increase. My altar is
But that's
cleansed.
me.
My altar is
That's
peace. My
me.
altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection. From
And you know what?
outside
That's why I'm
influence
doing
and
it.
outside
Like,
invasion.
I
My
understand
altar's oasis. My
that people
altar's
go through
vacation.
things. That's why I said if you never have a donation to send during these 52 days,
Altar be
I'm not
clean,
going to chew you out.
altar be safe. My altar.
I'm not gonna go, "Oh, get your broke ass up out of here." I'm not gonna treat you like that. Because I understand what it's like. I remember when I was younger, like I would sit in the car during Thanksgiving, like during that season, right? Or during this season, and the windows would be fogged up because it's winter and we breathing, you know? But I think my mom liked the idea of the windows fogging up so we didn't have to see her go into the food bank to get the food that we were gonna be cooking for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I understand that people go through stuff. I understand people go through. That's why I don't judge a soul, bro. That's why I don't judge y'all. That's why I don't look at you like you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Get your broke ass away from me. No, that's why I'm making it donation based so everybody can afford it. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. I can't gripe with you about it, and I can't make you feel worse than you already feel about your situation.
altar be safe.
You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen during this 52 days of ritual is I'm gonna help you get some money. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you get some money. I'm gonna motivate you to get back in your bag. But $200 for Thanksgiving ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It's nothing to me because I understand what it's like to not have food at all. Screw Thanksgiving. I understand what it's like to not have food at all, bro. Exactly. Thank you, T. Thank you for letting them know this is a safe space. You ain't never got to feel bad for your situation, but I'm gonna teach you how to make your situation feel you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to show your situation what's really up. Wait till next month. Wait till next month. Next month is the $1,000 giveaway. Ooh. Next month is the $1,000 giveaway, and then it was $500 for somebody's business. And $500 for what? I always forget the second 500.
Altar be clean.
500 for somebody's business.
My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit.
What was it? Somebody remind me. It was $1,000. That was $1,000. Whatever they choose to do with it.
Exposing myself.
$500 for somebody's business. Oh, and $500 for Christmas.
Pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting this candle, declaring this space. My spirit.
That's because I don't celebrate holidays. That's why I don't remember. Like I'm like,
is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war.
Yeah, but that's next month. Those giveaways are next month.
Is shielded from outside projection.
Thank you for the donation. Seriously, it means a lot.
My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
So honestly, your generosity has moved me lately. I'm so grateful that I can still participate. Because I'm not gonna treat you like you nothing because you don't have money, and I'm not gonna tie your value to how much you have in your bank account. That's not where your value is. Your value is in you being your most authentic self, because that's what's gonna help some money hit your bank account.
I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
Yep, exactly. So burn the paper, use the ashes to clean with, and then set up the altar. Exactly.
No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting the candle, declaring the space.
My Cash App's in the comments, y'all. Send y'all donations over.
Intentions increase. My altar is clean.
Yeah, next month I can't wait. Those gifts are gonna be crazy. I mean, $200 is a lot of money too. You know what I'm saying? But $500, and $1,000, crazy. And I've been waiting to be able to do giveaways for a long time. Y'all don't understand that the majority of the donations I receive, I be giving away.
Altar be clean, altar be safe.
I know I'm supposed to be a billionaire.
My safest escape.
Next month will be crazy.
God and spirit, the world disappears whenever I'm.
Because I think the 500 for somebody's business is going to be considered a Christmas gift.
Removing,
you know what I'm saying? And then somebody else gonna take that $1,000 and probably spend it on Christmas anyway.
No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting the candle.
You can redo it after you move, or you can do it now. It don't matter. It'll be okay.
Miracles form,
because you're gonna have to break it down and put it back up anyway.
My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful.
My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar.
I don't know. I'll think tonight how to give away the $200 tomorrow.
Influence and outside.
Like I don't know how I want to do it yet.
Oasis. My altar's vacation.
So grateful for someone across your page.
Altar be safe.
These 16 days have helped me so much. It's an honor.
Where I meet with God and spirit.
It's an
the
honor.
World disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer.
Thank you for your donation. Thank you so much.
Removing the layers.
Thank you to each and every one of you for your donations. We're not taking no poses today because I'm still mad at y'all because ain't none of my fan pages pop up overnight. It didn't happen. The picture's not happening today. I ain't doing it.
No. And intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from
y'all hurt my feelings.
Influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's
said, please, I need my memes. Day, you could have created the fan page and put the memes up.
Altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape, a place where I meet with God and spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms.
Look how I'm folding my arms.
Pure. No
Antonio,
evil
you
prevails.
petty.
I set my
Antonio's so
intentions
petty.
while lighting a
Antonio
candle,
just took a
declaring the
screenshot
space,
and sent it to my
spiritual
phone.
mantle,
Petty.
miracles form and intentions
Petty.
increase. My altar is
You're
cleansed.
petty,
My altar
Antonio.
is
You're
peace.
so petty.
My altar is
You
love.
and
My
Wolf.
altar is
The
protection. My altar
the
is
petty
shielded from
petty
outside
royalty.
projection,
Petty
from
royalty.
outside influence and outside invasion. My
Said, look at
altar's
my
oasis,
Instagram. Now I want my
altar's
own
vacation.
page. I want my own fan page that you manage. I want it deep like that. How am I supposed to get out there? Is it just on my back and word of mouth? No. We gotta stomp the hell out the algorithm. I mean, stomp the hell out the algorithm. Big things. Big things.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest
Thank you.
escape. A place where I meet with
This the
God
first face
and
you getting,
spirit.
Day.
The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence.
Now my neighbor just texted me too. Why is everybody so petty tonight? I'm supposed to be petty. I'm supposed to be petty.
Altar be safe. My altars become
Me.
my safest escape. A place where I meet with God
Me.
in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer.
That's
up
crazy.
prayer,
My neighbor
exposing
just
myself,
sent me
removing the
a-
layers. A portal is
All right,
made
O,
from
you in here
to the
too?
realms.
All right,
The portal
O.
is pure.
I see how it
No evil
is.
prevails. I set
I see
my
how it is.
intentions while lighting a candle.
That's cool.
declaring this
Next
space
time I get in
my
your van,
spiritual
I'ma
mantle.
steal one of your
Miracles
seats.
form and intentions
It's all
increase.
good, O.
My altar is cleansed.
It's
My
all
altar
good.
Is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My
It's
altar
all
is
good.
shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
I mean, that's really my neighbor, y'all. Like right across the parking lot. Like right across the parking lot. Sorry, oh, when I get in the van, I'm stealing one of your seats. Ain't never had nobody steal your seats. I have no use for it. I'm gonna sit it outside my front door.
Altar be clean, altar be safe. My altars become
All right.
my safest escape. A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer. Exposing
My mother
myself,
laughing at you.
removing the layers of
I'm taking O
from
seats.
here to the realms.
You gonna be
The
petty
portal
like
is
that.
Pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring this space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions.
I'm coming to knock on your door.
My
Hey,
altar is cleansed.
don't nobody knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. I'm gonna sit here and look at it. You gonna look at me looking at my door, not answering it while I'm on live right now.
Invasion, my altar's oasis,
Like,
my altar's
Huh,
vacation.
somebody's knocking. Said pouted twice in 48 hours. I know, because for 48 hours, I ain't seen not one fan page. Yep, it's like that. I can't pout. I'm telling you,
Altar
if I was
be
misogynistic,
clean,
I'd be all over the
safe.
internet right
My
now.
altars
All
become
over it.
my
Did y'all hear what he
safest
said
escape.
about
Place where I
women?
meet with God in spirit, the world disappears.
I'd be all over the place.
I offer my offerings, I offer up prayer, exposing myself.
Half of y'all got
removing the
tons of
layers.
screenshots
A portal
of
is
me.
made
And
from
video
here to the
screen. Just
realms.
make the fan
portal
page.
is
It's not
pure.
hard.
No evil prevails.
I want that type of
set my
support too,
intentions
'cause I'm
while
trying to get
lighting
out
a
there.
candle, declaring this space
More
my spiritual
expansion.
mantle. Miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar
Keep on sending me
is war.
screenshots of my
altar is
facial
protection.
expressions.
My
And everybody
altar is
that do it,
shielded
you
from
gonna get these
outside
jokes.
projection, from outside
You gonna
influence,
get these jokes.
outside
Do y'all
invasion.
want these
My
jokes?
altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
Do y'all want these jokes, huh? I got
Altar
jokes.
be clean, altar be safe. My altars become my safest escape. A
We're
place
almost
where
done,
I
though.
meet with God in spirit. The world
Said my ashes on my
disappears
altar look
whenever
crazy.
I'm near it.
Well, just
I
make sure you
offer
wipe
my
it all over
offerings,
it, though.
I
Wipe it
offer
all over
prayer,
and then wipe it down.
exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting the candle, declaring
I'm
the
gonna throw
space,
a wet sponge
my
at Odo
spiritual
when I
mantle,
see him.
where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed.
Have you seen my
altar
video,
is
TikTok,
peace.
and Instagram?
My
I have
altar
not.
is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
You can clean it right away or leave it for a while, depending on what you feel prompted to do. But you can clean it right away after you put the ashes on it. But I know you didn't put no ashes on your altar that were still with the embers in them. I told you, no house fires. Let it sit for a little. Trust your intuition. Trust what your spirit is saying.
To the realms, the portal is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting the candle, declaring the space, my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace. My altar is war. My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside projection, from outside influence.
The first paper, keep it until you get all the things that you hold sacred in your crib on your altar.
Altar be clean. Altar be safe.
Or at least a few of the things off the list.
My safest escape, a place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears.
Said a wet sponge, LOL. Oh my God, that's not only wet but has an ew feeling. What if it's a brand new sponge? It still does when it's like. That's my stuff though. I always threaten to throw wet sponges at people.
No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting.
Said no house fire, just hella smoke.
The space, my spiritual mantle, where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar.
It's all good.
Cleansed.
Oh, I got you
altar
next time I see
peace.
you. I see you first thing in the morning.
My altar is protection. My altar is shielded from outside.
I see you first thing in the morning.
From outside influence.
You
outside
just wait.
Invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
And don't forget, tomorrow is Spirit Guide Calibration. You need to have your cheeks in head.
A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from.
You know what's sacred to you by the things that you interact with that put you in a good mood.
I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space, my spiritual.
If it puts you in a good mood, like really good mood, like let's say you absolutely love anime, right? Because Naruto is hanging above my altar. Okay? If you love anime, that's something that you hold sacred because it does something good for you. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel at home. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel understood. It makes you feel amazing. It brings joy to you. It invokes deep thought and emotions in you. It's sacred. Naruto's above my altar. He looked like Jesus. Got him like this.
Altar be clean.
I'm not even playing. I got Naruto like this. I got him hanging.
A place where I meet
For real.
with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever I'm near it. I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing the layers. A portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting a candle, declaring the space.
Yeah, I don't mean no disrespect when I say that. It's just the only way I could put him up was to make it look like he's being crucified.
My altar is peace. My altar is.
Said today was light. Tomorrow gonna be heavy though. I promise you that. Tomorrow, I promise you that. I promise you that. Tomorrow's gonna be heavy. Tomorrow's Spirit Guide Calibration. You don't even want to play. I'm not gonna play tomorrow. I'm warning you. Right now, I'm not gonna play tomorrow because tomorrow, to me, respectfully, is considered war mode.
A place where I meet with God in spirit. The world
it's considered war mode because I know for a fact that a lot of you have been interacting with tricksters.
Exposing myself, removing the layers.
And I'll explain in detail tomorrow what a trickster is like. But you know you dealing with a trickster if things only go good in your life when you feed them.
Declaring the space.
Once you stop feeding them, they stop helping you. That's not a spirit guide. That's a trickster. That's something that knew you were gullible enough to give energy to it if it only showed you a little bit of a miracle, a sign, or a synchronicity. And when I ask this tomorrow, so just come prepared. Come prepared. Don't be mad. Don't get irritated with me, because if we don't get your atmosphere cleaned up, ain't no telling where the trickster's going to lead you.
My altars become my safest escape, a place where I
So
meet
tomorrow I'm not
with
playing.
God in spirit. The world
Like tomorrow I'm not playing, because I know what it's
whenever
like to
I'm
deal
near.
with the trickster.
I offer my offerings. I offer up prayer, exposing myself, removing.
Because tomorrow
the
we
layers.
cleaning
A
up.
portal is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No
On the
evil
first paper, write
prevails.
what you
I
hold
set my
sacred.
intentions while lighting the
Tricksters
candle,
beware. Now don't warn them.
declaring
Oh,
the
punk
space,
asses.
my spiritual
Don't warn them.
mantle.
I'm on their head.
Miracles
Tomorrow
form and intentions
they
increase.
are the
My
feast.
altar is
Tomorrow they
cleansed.
are the
My
meal.
altar is
Tomorrow
peace.
they get
My
eaten.
altar is
Tomorrow
love.
they get
My
thrown
altar is
into the void.
protection. My altar is
Over,
shielded from
bruh.
outside projection, from
Invite
outside
everybody y'all
influence
know. The
and
incantation
outside
gonna be
invasion. My
cold as
altar's
hell too.
oasis, my altar's vacation.
The incantation gonna be raw.
Altar
And I don't want to hear no complaints. I
altar
feel
be
pain.
safe. My
Don't
altar
worry.
become
I'm
my
getting it off for
safest
you.
escape.
Don't
A
even
place where
trip.
I meet with God in spirit. The world disappears whenever.
Said, yikes, I
I'm
can't
near.
make it
offer
tomorrow.
my offerings,
It's gonna
I
be on
offer up
YouTube.
prayer,
Don't even
exposing
trip.
myself, removing
It's gonna
the
be on
layers. A
YouTube.
portal
Don't trip.
is made from here to the realms. The portal is pure. No evil prevails. I set my intentions while lighting the candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed. My altar is peace.
We can do
My
sigils,
altar is war.
because I don't
My altar
necessarily
is
work with
protection.
sacred
My
geometry,
altar is
but we can
shielded
definitely
from
do one on
outside
sigils.
projection, from outside influence and outside invasion. My altar's oasis. My altar's vacation.
One more time
Altar
through.
Be clean, altar be safe. My altars become
52 days
my
of ritual.
safest
Today was
escape.
day
A place
16.
where I meet
This
with
was
God
light
in
work, but it
spirit.
was
The
still
world
heavy. It was
disappears
light.
whenever I'm
Tomorrow
near.
gonna be
I
heavy.
offer my
And then after
offerings,
that, we
I
might
offer
get
up
light
prayer,
and do another
exposing
business
myself,
ritual.
removing the layers.
You know what I'm saying?
A portal is made from here to
And
the
then
realms. The
we're gonna go back
portal
to
is
heavy
pure.
again.
No evil prevails. I
Said it's
set
nothing
my
like being here.
intentions while
Oh, that's so
lighting the
sweet.
candle, declaring the space my spiritual mantle where miracles form and intentions increase. My altar is cleansed.
Oh, I'm
My
gonna do the
altar is
business
peace.
ritual
My altar
often
is
during
war.
this.
My altar is protection. My altar
King,
is
did you
shielded
eat?
from outside
No.
projection, from outside influence and outside
I did
invasion.
not.
My altar's oasis. My
But I'm
altar's
going today, I
vacation.
promise. All right, y'all, let's get ready to dismiss. I literally wanted to dismiss on the incantation. Okay? Let's get ready to dismiss. Thank you all for sending in your donation. To my moderators, my road dogs, I love y'all. And we're going to keep turning up. To all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. It means the literal world to me that you would even subscribe. You know what I'm saying? To all the people who double tap the screen. To all the people who double tap the hell out the screen. Where we at? 193 likes. 193,000 likes, excuse me. Nah, that ain't gonna even work for me. Come on, let's have a tapathon. 200,000 before I get up off of here. 200,000 before I get up off of here. 20,000 before I get all off Twain off up in it. We're gonna have a tapathon. Everybody tap, go crazy. Everybody go crazy. Everybody go crazy. We almost there. We almost there. Double tap, double tap, double tap. Double tap. Double tap, double tap, double tap. And that's much more like it. Let's go. Let's go. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Let's do this protection prayer and then we up out of here. Okay? Everybody ready? Close your eyes. Don't play with me. Play with somebody else. Protection, protection. I declare protection against all entities who are against my perfection. Any hiding within, you are now ejected. Any energy in the wrong, you are now corrected. Protection, protection. I declare protection. I call upon the powers of my heavenly sections. I declare myself cloaked to be unseen by the unseen. I declare myself safe from the unclean. I declare a shield around me that can't be penetrated by anything. Protection, protection. I declare protection. Anything that tries to penetrate it gets instant rejection. I declare it reflected back to its source, a quadruple dose of its infection. Protection, protection. I declare protection. And it is so because of my I am presence. Ashe, Amun, Amin, so mote it be, and so it is. In the name of Jesus, in the name of the cat down the road, in the name of the puma that you put on your feet, in the name of whatever you worship. I thank you all for being here, and I will see y'all tomorrow for Spirit God Calibration. Don't be late. 3:00 p.m. CST, and we're gonna start about 5-10 minutes after 3. So you got 5 to 10 minutes to get your behind in here. But don't trip. If you have to miss tomorrow, it will be posted on YouTube. And I want you to make sure you follow the instructions when I post it on YouTube tomorrow too, because it's still gonna work regardless. Tomorrow, we about to kick. Well, I am, because y'all not going to war tomorrow. I'm going to war tomorrow. And I am quite hungry, like spiritually hungry. So it's time to chew up some tricksters. I love you all, 360. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.